3, 2, 1, go! Excellent, sexy. Hey there, everybody. Are all of you ready for another episode of WarHams?
Yo, dude. It's me, HulkyKrow
of the bunch.
Hey, everybody.
You know his
It's
coconut gun.
WarHams.
It's WarHams.
It's WarHams, everybody. It's WarHams. Gotta be quiet. Gotta be quiet, everybody. Gotta be real quiet. You can't rap. Okay, what the fuck is that? I know the first comment's going to be going, why didn't they fucking yell this time? This is bullshit.
We have subverted your expectations. Once again, genius of Warhammer.
This video has 30 thumbs down, all of them assholes.
It's like, these motherfuckers aren't yelling anymore. I can't get the yells.
They're only here for the yelling.
So, like, I feel like at random points, just like in Citizen Kane, I should just have the Howie scream queued up like the parrot does to wake people up.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of WarHams. I'd like to thank you all so much for coming in, and I'd like to introduce to you all the wonderful people that make this show happen, starting off with Braine, played by Speaker D.
Yes, I am Speaker D. I am one of the two lead writers for If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. I am the voice of Vect and the Emperor and others. And the fate of man is that of lice.
And next up, we have Reeb Van Horn, played by Earndil.
And Earndil is a lead writer for If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device, and I voice act, and I voice direct, and I do everything else in that chapter. No one respects me.
And I am ZoranTheBear. I am currently playing the sanctioned psyker Lorn, and also for reference, Braine is our resident Skitari, and Reeb Van Horn is our inquisitorial acolyte, in case you are new to the show, want to know what archetypes that we're currently playing. And Captain Zedek, our resident rogue trader, played by HulkyKrow.
Yes, that's me. I am HulkyKrow. I am an occasional voice actor on If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device, Kayvon Shrike, and a couple other screamy, shouty boys I'm sure you've heard in the background. I don't know. We're just sipping on water here tonight, boys. Zedek's going to clean this episode, I promise.
No.
Lies.
And the one trying to destroy us all, our resident game master, Thurston Hiedelman.
Sup.
That's it? That's all you got? Just sup?
Sup.
Sup, Broheim?
We got a big episode today. We're starting big plays now. If you thought those first 10 episodes were intense, just wait. This is where the big plays start happening.
Oh, and for feedback, people saying the skull's eye shut out, it has been past episodes. So it's not going to be this episode. You're just going to have to figure out how voices work this time. But with that, everybody, we have an exciting episode today. One of the things that we also like to kind of preface before we start. First off, we're going to get rules wrong. And you have to understand that some things have to kind of go certain ways because this is a show. This isn't like a casual Sunday game. So just subvert some of your expectations on that. But basically, we kind of do things a little bit different here because we usually live stream this live, and we like to get audience participation in this. And one of the things you'll notice are kind of in our fancy overlay, if you're watching us live and not on audio, that we have certain dice which are currently grayed out. And the first one that you can see here, which will be popping up, are glory die. Now, we don't have any currently. We don't start out with any, but chat can donate to basically give us some of these. And as they donate to give us some of these glory die, they allow us to basically boost up damage. Or say, for example, for like me, Lorn, my strength is terrible. If I need to do a strength check, I could spend some of that glory to give me a better chance in which to actually do that ability. One of the things you'll see at the bottom right are ruin die. Now, for Wrath and Glory, you start out basically by kind of like the amount of players that you have. So our Game Master, we're starting out with 4 of them. He uses these to do certain abilities for the enemies, keep them alive a little bit longer, because as much as it's like, wow, this person's really tanky for some reason, our characters are insanely powerful. I use one spell all the time because it's like it just fixes all my problems. And it is up to Thurston to basically balance the odds between all of you helping us out by using those to basically say, you know what, you're getting way too much help from the audience. I'm going to destroy you now. So that is why those are there. Additionally, you'll see pretty much at the bottom of the players starting out with Braine's avatar up there, our Wrath die. We start out with full. And as we put these things, so I do all this manually. So if you see your stuff not instantly show up, I got to actually push an actual button to do all this. There's no super fancy automatic things. You just got to give me a minute to get your thing in. And with that, wrath die allow us to, say for example, if you roll a bunch of dice and a lot of them didn't succeed, those allow us to basically re-roll those failed dice. If you've ever played 8th edition, 9th edition 40k, say for example you missed a bunch of shots with some of your d6s and you were able to re-roll some of those, that's basically what the wrath die allow us to do, to make a greater chance of success. So with that, Thurston Hillman, I think I've explained a little bit on how we work here. What adventure do you have for us today?
I have a fun adventure that's going to be filled with fun and no bees, no pain. It's all good times from here on in. Much of
He
that
said
was
it has to be true.
One real quick announcement as well, since we've had a few requests about it. Yes, our intrepid band of adventurers here got some experience. Lorn has not quite applied that yet, but the others have. We have a few little upgrades around the players, mostly in terms of skills, some surprises along the way, but just to let everyone out there who's been listening to us, so there is some experience that's gone out. So you might see some new things this session. Dun, dun. All right, so where do we start today? Well, for today's session, actually, as a recap for last session, our agents were on board the debt collector, trapped in a series of warp storms that seemed to follow the ship. And after a bit of hijinks on board Captain Zedek's vessel, the group managed to stop a cult that had taken root on board the debt collector and was responsible for creating these warp storms around the ship. With that completed, the debt collector has managed to rendezvous with the PC's overlord, Minister Moderatum Katja Van Noord, and they have taken a shuttle over to her vessel, the Magnum Aurum Victorium, to meet with Katja to discuss some things that have gone on, particularly regarding their last mission. And as we start with the PCs in the strategium of the Magnum Aurum Victorium on board this elevated pedestal in the center of the bridge. And our camera cuts to narrow eye slits over all of our players, back to the eye slits of Katja Van Noord, as a roughly 3-meter gap separates the party between Katja Van Noord, who stands awkwardly, her mechadendrite-esque hands moving out to her sides as though in anticipation of what is to come.
Again, really?
It is as the Primarch wills it.
You know what happened last time. Just fine. Lorn just huddles up, just arms out. Here you go.
Don't forget about the leverage! The leverage, Lorn! The leverage!
Yeah, the leverage. And I come in basically and just this awkward air hug. Just yeah. Just my arms are just crackling under the strain of affection. It's yeah.
Come on, really put your heart into it.
I can't hug. It's a problem.
I believe in you. Give her that hug. I would like to.
It's like I'm pushing through yes. hardened resin with my arms. My bones are snapping. My beard is twinkling as I struggle so hard to just show affection in this grim, dark world. It's God. And I finally.
Captain Zedek, will you give me that leadership test?
Sure thing. It's going to be a 4.
Excellent.
Zedek!
Excellent.
I can't do it, Zedek.
Yes, you can. I believe in you.
Zedek!
The power of compassion is in you, Lord. I know some of us doubt it, but I know you can.
I don't know what a check is for me. I assume he helps me up.
Wait. Are you seriously asking what check do you need to make to show compassion?
Yeah. Yes, I need. What do I need to do to show compassion for this creature?
Give me a fellowship test. Sure.
I was going to do psychic mastery, but we can do that.
I hate you.
got nothing. I have no fellowship at all. I rolled a 1 and a 2, which means I got 0.
The hug has been performed, a servitor says. And you turn to see the servitor who is like scribbling out on an auto quill with the like metal plate scribe gray, and then to the side there's 2 other servitors, one Zero Defects and Jacob McWhirter, who are both scribing out the events of this meeting.
Lorn, are you quite finished?
I'm like clutching myself, like everything's wrong.
All right, who is next? Let's just get this over with.
Just Reeb's gonna just go up and give her a hug, and while he's doing the hug, it's a very basic, cordial hug. He's gonna say, "Well, madam, how are you doing?"
I am fine. Tap, tap, and then quickly backs off from you. Next.
Reeb's crossed his arms and going back in the line.
Is that step out to the plate next?
Oh, sorry. Do you want to go?
You know what? Go.
Just go. Mike pushes you aside.
Yes.
Runs up, skittering on all fours, the slapping of mechanical claws and feet on the tile, jumps up and catches Van Noor. Armbar attack! And I'm going to try to physically impact our glorious leader.
All right, give me athletics, I suppose.
He said with the most reticence.
I mean, that seems to be what we did last time. Ooh,
hey, second verse, same as the first.
And like you see Catcha Van Nord, who has clearly readied herself, like as you were doing the scuttle run towards, the camera pans to her and she does the like one leg back, sort of hunches down ready to receive you, and there is just this like quick moment of her grabbing you and then pushing you to the side as you have successfully attempted to tackle her. She has taken the weight and just gently puts you down.
It's like she's bracing for a golden retriever coming at her.
Oh yeah. Except it's a giant like metal man. But she takes it and then puts you down beside her.
You have hugged with honor.
Yes, for the Primarch. Finally, Captain Zedek.
Captain Zedek will just gingerly walk up to her, give her a nice hug. Say, "Oh, is that a fragrance from Paradise World I smell?"
You wanna?
Can I make a scholar check for
I'm about to say,
awareness?
You want to do a scholar check on that one?
Yeah, sure.
Let me just throw that on there.
Let's see what you get. There we go.
Oh,
there we go. There's a beautiful complication. And you know what? I have been sitting on this particular fan submitted complication for a while, and this one is really, really just appropriate here. She does have this excellent, but thanks to one patron, Gentle Ben, we have this one entitled "Uh-oh, Stinky."
Come the fuck on.
My notes for it include "you fart, haha, funny."
And you...
Are you okay there?
That hit me a little hard.
Well, it's about to hit everybody a lot harder.
And like with that, like she like so you've come in, Captain Zedek, and asked if Catcha Van Nord has the fragrance from Paradise World, and then there is this sudden tooting sound from you as the hug continues, and then she pushes you back towards the group. I never.
It wasn't me. It was Lorn. He's just a very gassy old man.
I'm way back here. Go, the fuck you say?
It's his psychic powers. God. Can I roll to deceive?
Are you fucking
grab him by the collar?
You may give me a deception check, yes.
And you complicate that. Fuck you,
Zedek. I'm going to use another excellent complication, which is perfectly timed here, entitled "Damn It Not Now" by Varric, which is bad Vox timing. And as you attempt to point blame to Lorn, your vox crackles.
Sir, this is Lieutenant Ransom. We've detected a gaseous anomaly from our sensors on your person. Is everything all right, sir?
Why would he detect that? Why would he
Yes, everything's okay, Ransom.
As per your request, we are monitoring your vitals in case anything goes wrong with you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. That'll be all. That'll be all.
All right, sir.
Captain Zedek will step back to the group.
Well, I'm glad we have finished the mandated hug. Now, as far as why you are here, it appears you have finished your investigation of the world of Shady Rock.
Yeah, yes.
We have. Yes, we concluded some time ago.
What was that?
We had concluded our action on the world of Shady Rock some time ago. We have been in transit since then.
Yes, I assume you were able to assist the researchers on the world.
There was if you'll excuse me, a complication with the assisting of the researchers planet side.
Oh, how so?
Well, when we arrived, we had determined that there were no one was actively doing research. In fact, as we determined, the research base was abandoned.
Abandoned? It is not like the servants of the Omnissiah or the Administratum to simply leave their posts.
No, it appears as though they were driven deeper into an area of research, deep beneath the waves, so to speak.
But the planet is a dead world.
Oh, yes, I suppose I forgot about that. Yes, it's not a dead world anymore.
What do you mean? The reports here are very clear that it is a atmosphereless, lifeless world.
I assure you, Ms. Van Noort, it was oceanic. There was a continent, there was some buildings on it, there was temperate and foggy, and there was an ocean with, in fact, a Lumerian hell squid pie.
Yes, fearsome creatures.
Yes.
I see. Well, then you were able to help them. I will have to have the Administratum look into this. This is highly unusual. The planet must be recategorized if that is the case.
Yes, and in fact, a very, very serious detail has come up. Namely, in regards to our rival, so to speak, Mr. DeFuckerby.
DeFuckerby.
The word rival is a strong intonation, and per the edicts of the Primarch, and she pulls out the Codex Familiaris, per the edicts of the Codex, we do not use that word here. Instead, we use friend with disagreement.
We may have to kill our disagreement, friend.
To wit, we had determined, madam, that underneath, in fact, in the ruins that were being explored, Mr. DeFuckerby did away with the research teams.
You're saying that the Honorable Slayer Burgo DeFuckerby, 24th of his name, was responsible for the murder of Imperial citizens?
Not just murder, conveniently packaged up, ready for delivery too.
Yes, I'm afraid he used some form of device within the Xenos ruins to make the Xenos devices do it for him, and he has since absconded with Junior Magos, Ro Hector, and we are attempting to find this man.
More than that. All of the people on the planet were zonked out of their brains. This was a Lemurian outpost, home to the most fearsome and loyal of all of the Omnissiah's servants. Many of their minds were completely riddled and muddled in much of the same way that we saw when we first brought justice to the Ratling world, and the Ratlings were overcome with DeFuckerby's cannibalistic malice. I hate to say, Miss Van Nord, but it seems as though DeFuckerby is an asshole. And maybe a heretic, too.
Come up beside Braine, the fucker. And I like this thing every time I say it. There's like the camera zooms in on me. And like, dun, dun, dun. It's like just like a close up.
To that end, madam, we would. There have been some concerning things regarding Mr. DeFuckerby's conduct, and I feel as though it may warrant a bit more attention, perhaps on my part as an inquisitorial acolyte, to determine whether or not he has been subverted by external means.
Well, as the crusade makes its way further towards the ghost stars, rest assured that you have some leeway in this matter, as we have no immediate assignments for you. If you wish to pursue Slayer Burgo de Fackerby, you are authorized to do so. Though we only have the reports of his vessel's last known positions following his apparent arrival at Shady Rock.
Well, we can have our resident engineer upload the relevant information to your databanks. After all, we had a great dearth of which to unload.
Of course. I will. And she like starts adjusting some of the hololithic displays, sort of these like light green holograms in front of her with these sort of tentacle-like mechanical fingers that she whirs about, manipulating data in the air masterfully. Yes, here it is. It appears that Slayer Burgo de Fackerby travelled to the Mortis Carcerum Terminus, a slight deviation from the intended route of the crusade, though he has made his way towards that facility.
Well, what do you know about the scary name place?
The Mortis Carcerum Terminus is location, an orbital station where a detachment of Adeptus Arbitis watch over a host of indentured penal workers.
What is the import of this place?
They perform rudimentary physical labor tasks related to mining in and around the gas giant that the station orbits.
I see. I'm wondering what his purpose for going there would be.
I don't know. He's going to do something stupid like make them all turn into jelly beans or have them eat each other's shoes. I don't know. He's an idiot. Look.
Or recruit a bunch of them for his own nefarious purposes.
Let's hypothesize a bit later. We have a great deal of information to go over in the meantime.
Bone raises his hand.
And like, Catch of Endon pauses. Yes.
What's the Peony Legion?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Indentured penal workers. The station is an imperial prison. It deals with those who have been found guilty of a variety of crimes and placed into servitude for the remainder of their lives to the Emperor.
Oh, I see. It's horribly depressing.
Well, just don't break the law and you'll be fine.
Huge if true. Reminds me, Miss Catchivandor, I must insist that all records related to Shady Rock be forwarded immediately to the Forge World of Lemuria, that they might send a task force suited to reclaiming this world and uncovering whatever foolish nonsense has otherwise impeded it.
I will see what I can do. However, please be aware, all data relating to the Shady Rock Research Outpost is primarily sorted by one, Junior Megos Row Hector.
That's the one that the fuck could be kidnapped!
Then it would be in your best interests to find this Junior Megos, as he would have all of the important information related to that outpost.
We must make sure that Huckabee hasn't plunged his brain of his ability to see in color, or I don't know, juggle, whatever. Look, I don't know. He's a moron. He can do anything. It's dangerous. I'll kill him. And I take out my power sword. Let's go.
And there's like a bunch of armsmen who immediately raise up their rifles.
Braine, now is not the time.
I'm just gonna point at like the closest armsman. Don't even look at me.
You go to point at the closest armsman, which to you is just the closest target, but instead you end up pointing at Uncle Mej, who has now reached the top of the stairs and drops several potatoes onto the ground. Is this a bad time to talk about supper? No, Mej. No. This is never a wrong time to talk about rattling supper. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start on supper then. And this rattling sort of like shift, and it's Uncle Hedge, except of course just has a mustache, sort of like just trundles by you with several other rattlings behind, all of which are in these like immaculate clothes, very similar to Katja Van Noord's own attire. And several of the rattlings behind Uncle Mej are bringing tables and what looks to be the assembly kit for a barbecue, which they start assembling in the Strategium raised area.
Well, at least they didn't get eaten. Somebody.
I like to imagine our silence is just us just looking at this display going, what the fuck is going on anymore?
As you can see, the cooks you have brought me have done exemplary work.
I am proud to see that Meat Place Beta is performing at optimal efficiency.
And speaking of meat places and stuff, say for example, if we destroy the shittiest of his name, the Huckabee, I believe there would be a discussion of a points adjustment.
You cannot slay another member of the Crusade. That goes against the Codex Familiaris' friendship rules. If there is a sign of
I'm just saying it in affection, just a little tiffy toff, a little competition.
You will need to slab Slabbergo to Huckabee back onto this ship where he can be tried by his senior officers from other departments of the Crusade.
Good.
But what if he has displayed a constant ability to mind control people vast large distances and quantities. How can we be sure that he can be taken back for a fair trial? And what if he were to accidentally fall into a pit of molten hot my sword 60 times?
To answer your first question, that sounds like a you problem.
Fuck you.
Much appreciated, madam.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lovely dinner being prepared. And like the barbecue has now been assembled and they've got like a whole pig that they have just stuffed into it.
Where the hell did that come from?
One of the rattlings chews on a potato in response.
They were bringing it up here, Reeb. You saw that they brought that whole assembly through that doorway.
Yes, but where did the beast come from? I didn't see them bring that.
I'm sure they have it in storage somewhere. I'm sure they've acquired things.
I see. I like to think they were building it like workers in Age of Empires. Just
hit rocks with a hammer, and now it's a full steak. Like
they're just hitting like open air, and suddenly it just grows on its own.
They're like planting seeds into the ground, and they go pick it up, and it's like a whole pig coming out of the soil.
Exactly. All right. So with that, Katja Van Noord sort of dismissively waves you off with her mechadendrites. Go.
All right, gentlemen. It appears we have some free time to pursue our friend with disagreement.
Yes, I look forward to rendering him incapable of harming others.
We can always find him with the 4 cannons on the broadside.
Yes, it is possible for him to.
Well, what leads do we have, boys? What leads do we have?
I'm actually working on something myself. However, I can't reveal much about it just yet. I'm still putting the finishing touches on some certain things. In fact, once we get back to the debt collector, I'm afraid I will have to retire to my room for the time being and ensure they are complete.
I see. You can do that. What's everyone else gonna do?
I have several things to think over in my quarters, so you're more than welcome to not.
Okay. But Braine, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I was planning on, some things. Look, Lorn. I don't tell you my business. You don't tell me yours. But if you told me yours, I guess that would be nice. I mean, I don't mind telling you mine, but I feel like I need to be cagey and hostile.
Oh, okay. Well, you go do that then.
You reach the shuttle leading back to the debt collector.
Girl, I am very angry. Lorn, it's always good hanging out with you, but I feel as though I must affect energy presence. Reflect my mood.
I just buckle in, like, oh, okay. Just Lorn's like, oh.
Lorn is remarkably submissive today.
Greetings. I am your designated servitor. I am designated the _ architect. I will transport you now back to the debt collector.
Oh, get on it.
Take it away.
The launch sequence initiates and the shuttle moves on its way.
He said that the more underscores in a servitor's name, the more prestigious they were in life.
Are you sure about that?
No,
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
absolutely not.
Of course.
Then we
Pure
don't believe
conjecture.
you.
Pre-recorded message begins now.
Shit.
This is Tech Priest Gamu 4224 addressing Captain Zedek with the next set of required fixes to the debt collector.
It's like music to my ears.
Begin where I left, and then it crackles.
Wait, why is it
Come on down to the lower decks. That's where you gonna get the best Grox meat. You gonna get it in the lower decks. This is the Beef King signing on, and we gonna tell you gonna get your best beef down in the lower decks, section 334. You come, and enjoy that barbecue down in the lower decks.
All right.
And then it just like crackles out.
Did I get fucking car salesman from a tribal fucking gang member in the debt collector?
I didn't think it was possible to record over that like an old-timey recording system.
I didn't think they had the technology for audio intrusions.
I think they just taped over it.
I think we were forgetting that we had to go into the lower decks and kill all of those people.
That's your
Eventually,
problem.
we have to kill some of them. If they comply, we don't have to kill all of them or any of them.
But they have Tater Tart, and I was gonna teach Tater Tart about being a machine.
As much of a problem as I have with teaching a child to be a machine.
Well, it's fine. It's cool. I wound up just fine. What's your problem?
Just a moment of silence as Zedek just stares kind of concerned at Braine. I think we should focus on saving him first.
Landing sequence initiated.
As much as I myself love our adorable tater tot, we unfortunately we must deal with the defectory issue. Probably more pressure. You could send some of your you had folks with like a gun, I think, and they can share that one gun as they hunt down these people and get more information. And by the time we get back, they should have a whole slew of info for us.
Or corpses.
That too.
Either one. Sometimes corpses have information.
No, they don't. They can't tell anything. They'll be dead, Zedek.
If dead men tell no tales held correct, we wouldn't have servitors.
Captain, you've returned. Welcome back to the debt collector.
Lieutenant Ransom stands waiting for you.
Yes, thank you for receiving us, Ransom. Have you any news to share?
Through our monitoring of your conversations, we are making our way to the Mandeville point at the edge of the system where we will translate into the warp. From there, we will head to the Mortis Carcerum terminal.
Wonderful.
You monitor our conversations?
That was also per the captain's request, to make sure, in case he forgot anything, he could sound smarter later on by remembering it thanks to these recordings.
As Captain Zedek does often seem smarter than he is.
Suspicious.
It's probably for the best of intentions, I assure you.
Well then, we are going to begin the warp translation as we exit out of the system. Please return to your quarters or whatever you need to. And as far as the threat in the lower decks, don't worry. I have it handled.
And he turns and walks away.
I don't think he has it handled.
Yeah, I mean, he sounded really tired when he said that. He must be really stressed.
When he said that, did he mean like, I have it handled? Like he was gonna do it? Or was it like, I have it, like he's already done it? Or like, I have it handled? Like he's being like sarcastic? Or
What's the handle for?
I slap Lorn.
And with that, the ship enters the warp. Really quick, it's going to take, we'll say an undetermined amount of time, probably several days, if not weeks of warp travel. Real quick, what is everyone doing in that time, starting with Braine?
Braine has been, he keeps hearing about how Zedek is constantly letting his ship go astray. And at first he believed it was because Zedek is some kind of lazy incompetent or something. And he genuinely did believe that, and he was contemplating the responsibility of keeping him in charge. But then it came to him in a stroke of genius. Zedek is an agent of the Omnissiah. He was leaving all of these things undone to test him. It was natural for Braine to begin repairing the ship with more gusto. And if that just so happened to bring him towards the lower decks where he could occasionally strangle and interrogate the Promethean Huffer Beef King or debugger that came across his way, then so be it. It was all part of the motive force guiding him onwards on his quest.
All right. What skill check are you wanting to propose for your lower deck escapades?
I think, since I am mostly focused on repairing the ship and finding out what I can through the story of the ship systems, I would like to use my new, fantastically, recently improved tech skill.
Please complicate this. You have no idea how much I want you to complicate.
I finally have more dice than Reeb. I'm a real tech priest now.
Please.
Let's roll it and find out what complicates that.
You got a 7.
Nice, though.
Yeah, 7.
All right,
Come on.
yeah, 7 is a really good number. You are able to succeed. You start going through the lower decks, stalking about, replacing things. You've heard of these Gamus debuggers that are all about the lower decks, and you are getting to repairs before they can even touch them, proving that your tech knowledge is superior. Except, I'd like to thank Jaffa Rorschach for this lovely complication entitled Lemurian Make. Any of the items you are attempting to fix, or in this case replace, the reason that one thing is constant amongst all of them. Every time you pull out a damaged system, every time you have to replace something, that damaged system or item you need to replace has a sticker on it. And that sticker is entitled Made in Lemuria. Every time you are replacing broken components, they are Lemurian made.
Do I get the sense that this was on purpose?
You get the sense that maybe these Lemurian made. Well, no, you wouldn't get the sense that Lemuria makes shoddy equipment because that would never go into your cogitator.
I would never even consider the possibility.
No. The only explanation for this is that the ship is, and that it's so shoddy that it just can't handle fine Lemurian craftsmanship and is wearing it out.
Obviously. And they're obviously being sabotaged by Camus.
I'm going to do one other thing while I'm down here.
Okay.
I'm just going to sporadically throughout the entire weeks that I have, every day I'm going to find an entire kill team of debuggers and kill them. Can I make a weapon skill test?
I rolled to kill them.
Yeah. Where's that quote in chat? The GM doesn't let them get away with anything. Yeah, roll a weapon skill test to kill a bunch of people, please.
If I ever fight any Gamu debuggers nearby anything broken, I assume they're breaking it to make Lemuria look bad.
I assume what you do is you find these defective Lemurian pieces, and then you leave them and wait for Gamu debuggers to come fix them, and then you get, gee, good lord, another complication. This is
complication.
What's one in a row,
complications.
It's going to be a good night.
Oh, good.
We got this.
Lord.
I'm scared.
We got this.
Okay. I assume you are just murdering. No. Okay, I'm going to let you murder a bunch of people. However, what is your ranged weapon that you use when you are not using your power sword?
I'm going to let you murder a bunch of people.
I am a gracious GM. What gun are you using?
I guess the radium pistol.
Okay. Reduce the ammo on your radium pistol by 1.
Oh. I gotta kill fast and bullets too slow.
You've used several bullets in murdering people.
I've had a hard time of it. And the last squad I kill, I get the alpha and sword fight, and I'm saying,
that's the last time you sabotage Lemurian equipment.
There's no response because there's no one in the area after you've murdered these people. Reeb, let's move on from pie brains. Reeb, what are you doing with your downtime?
Reeb is sitting at the cogitator in his quarters. He has since heavily locked the door and ensured that his soundproofed cogitator section of his room is prepared. And he is currently chatting away with an inquisitor on the line who you can voice them if you want to, but really I'm going over fine details of some forged documents.
Excellent. That, you know what? Since that's a thing, you okay with leaving it there for now?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Captain Zedek, what are you doing with your downtime?
So after that social faux pas on the Orm Victorium, yes, and after several incidents of trying to be really cool and falling short after a really rousing speech, Captain Zedek needed time to reflect on just his state as a captain, really sit down and crack open the book that he wrote and forgot that he most the contents of which, and just reevaluate how to be a rogue trader, how to really be a Zedekite.
Oh, wow, I'm really doubting myself as a captain. Guess I better read that book I wrote about being a captain.
Hey, I never said he wasn't a total egomaniac.
You are cringe and fail.
This is good.
But in doing so, learned how to improve his oratory and musculatory skills, and as such contributed to some bonuses across the board in my strength, willpower, and fellowship.
Excellent. So you've just been alone in your room reading Zedek for 2 weeks?
Essentially. Beyond that, I was also looking into how to not be stabbed once more by small people. And so I was probably going to be perusing the ship and attempting to requisition a power refractor.
Is that another book that you're writing?
Okay. So
It's a short story.
This is really good. This is something we haven't done before. So you are looking to purchase something on board your own ship, which is totally fine. I'll allow it. You're looking to find yourself some kind of force field for defensive purposes. That's
correct.
Cool. So you're looking to get a refractor. So a refractor field is got a value of 5, which is affected by its rarity, which is rare. So the difficulty, which would be an influence test in order to get this, would be 7. However, you're also a rogue trader. So that means anytime you try to acquire goods, one of your special archetype abilities is you get you get 2 bonus dice on the test.
Ooh, bonus dice.
Yeah. So what's your influence at right now, dog?
My influence adjusted for mods is 6. I'm not mistaken. Actually, you know, I made when I first made the character, I might have thrown the 2 in there already. So it might just be 6.
You can use glory for this, right?
You can, but you can also spend wealth, which is really, really useful because you can essentially, after you roll, spend wealth to make up if you miss.
I can become poorer.
Yeah. But you can basically use your wealth to make sure you get the item.
He won't, because that goes against Zedek.
Who knows? He wrote the book. He might just erase that chapter.
Look, we have tons of autoquills in the lower decks that are just furiously editing the book on the fly. It'll be fine if it goes awry.
You've created this book on etiquette that's basically in a beta.
Don't judge him. Okay, so what's actually
book?
Really quick? Your fellowship was
is 5.
Oh, 5. So you would have got so your starting influence would have been 4 plus the. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so that would be plus the 2.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. So you want to give me that check?
Sure thing.
Let's see what happens. Oh, nice. You actually do get 2 more dice on this because another thing with rogue traders was you actually start with 2 extra influence. So that's one thing, but you also get an extra 2 bonus dice. So roll me 2d6 more.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like. Where did those 2 come from? Did I previously add in that skill?
It's in the archetype. So no, you're good.
Yeah, I'll throw 2d6 on there.
2d6. So not quite enough. So you have a few options here. You could wrath this, and that would let you re-roll those 5 dice. Or you can just spend 3 wealth and guarantee you get the item. I mean, you can also do the wrath dice now. It doesn't affect. You can still use the wealth later.
I think, you know what? I think I'll wrath this because it's all about vanity. I've got to look good, but also
cool.
not die while looking good. So
just roll me 5d6.
Sure. Oh boy!
So you'll get the 3 more successes, which is what you need. So nice. you manage to acquire yourself a refractor field.
Wow!
I'm gonna see if that can be incorporated into the medal that's on my jacket.
So I want you to make a hard choice here, though.
Okay.
So you have to purchase this refractor field. This is a personal force field to defend yourself with from your ship. Which of the 3 factions on board the lower decks are you buying the refractor field from?
Ooh.
The Beef Kings, the Debuggers,
or... Seeing as the Huffers were responsible for us almost getting blown up by macro cannon rounds, and my dislike and outright fear for Gamu having an object of something that her faction created, which will probably just insult me or remind me of my own shortcomings later on, I will purchase it from the Beef Kings, as I can appreciate good food.
I assume that their refractor field is just like a embossed plastic button of Uncle Hedge's face that you now wear as a little lapel on your outfit.
You know, I'm totally okay with that.
Beautiful. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you managed to go through the lower decks, eventually scrounging enough to purchase this. Excellent. What about you, Lorn?
You can pass. I'm just chilling in my broom closet. That's all I got. I'm Harry Pottering it up.
You're just Harry Pottering it?
Yep, I got nothing for it. I mean, I was patrolling around, doing the bearded baron thing. In fact, there's crime about. There's murder somewhere in the deck collector, and then if you would find it. And then I find like a pile of bodies going, they were chopped in twain. Whatever could have possibly happened to the people like this? And I investigate and find that I have no evidence, like every single other crime scene I've come upon. And then I go, oh, well, I'll keep looking. And then I go back to my broom closet with my evidence.
Excellent. Strategically missing like those blood splatters on the walls.
In fact, you probably, as you walk back, run into Braine and say,
yeah. It's like half of them in like their dying moments scroll out in blood. Braine did this. And you just walk past and ruin it. Just over it. You can't read.
Small Braine did this. Oh, Small Braine. A new villain on a debt collector. I must find this Small Braine.
Thank God.
And with those lovely tales out of the way, our ship. Yes. Okay. Yes.
I completely forgot because I thought we were going to do buying later for some reason.
Could I make a tiny little itty bitty purchase?
Sure. What do you want to buy?
Okay, I want to go up to Zedek.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just.
Oh, not so loud, please, not so loud. Zedek will answer the door in his bathrobe. It's like,
Braine, you answer it just as I'm like starting to pull it off of its hinges, so you save
yes.
Good.
Hello, Zedek.
Hi, Braine. What do you want?
I was reading through Zedek, and I got to the chapter that is, I have all the money in the world, ha 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 ha. And it made me realize, you have all of the money on the ship, ha 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 ha, and I need to use some of it to kill better.
I can't believe we got that chapter title. Okay, how much do you? What do you need? He's so tired. He's so out of it.
I need the materials in order to make my power sword master crafted. And, well, it might be a little bit outside of my budget. I am willing to donate my wealth to this venture. I have very many priceless treatises on Mechanicus knowledge.
Do you just have one wealth?
Actually, idiot, I've got two.
Oh, thank God.
He needs it. He got it from being paid.
Part of it is like all of the valuables of all of the crewmates I've killed. And the other half are all of the boxes of Zedek I bought from Zedek.
I can tell you here on the Debt Collector, we may be morally bankrupt, but our coffers are sure as hell full.
Yeah, I had 3 wealth, but we're gonna run with the narrative. I had 3 wealth, but I used it on the gold bars on my noble suit.
How much wealth do you need? How much money do you need?
Well, I was thinking, if you could use your know-how to purchase things, and I could supply the intimidation factor.
Braine, what on this ship do you need that will make your power sword master crafted? Do we even have anything to do that?
Yes, but on good authority. The Promethean Huffers, they are, they seem to not be very social, but they do tend to live near the areas of the ship, scrapping off of valuable materials, generally unstable materials that I, as a Lemurian...
Wait. They're stealing parts of the ship to chase their highs. They're taking parts of the ship apart to do that.
Well, I don't really want to snitch.
Yes or no?
Maybe. Look, is it really stealing if it's from Gamu?
It's from my ship. If they're stealing parts of my ship.
This is in your bathroom, which just makes it all the better.
This is like the scene from Breaking Bad when Jesse's on the toilet and Walt's kicking him.
Zedek will grab a stray bottle that's near the door, just smash it on his door frame, because now he's mad.
Don't take it personally. Everyone steals
Braine.
from you.
No. I don't care if everyone steals from me. I get that wealth back one way or another. If they are stealing from the ship, I will give you some of my money to get what you need to make sure they stay in line. I don't care what the other two do, even if they scare me. But if they're stealing the ship, we are one pulled wire away from turning into flesh blobs. Do you understand?
Okay, I tell you what. You help me get my power sword nice and shiny, and I'll start cracking some heads.
Crack some heads, but don't kill too many because they're still members of the ship.
Fucked up reverse psychology. Like Piper is like, now I have permission to murder everyone in lower decks.
He doesn't have permission to kill everybody.
Hey, GM,
Just a couple bad
Only a
apples.
light killing.
Like, yes, Reeb.
Would it be possible for you to, if he is successful, that he doesn't actually get, parts of the ship to make his sword mastercraft? Zedek is just like, I don't know what the hell to do, and just gives it to Gamu to make it better.
I mean, I'm waiting for a complication here. Trust me.
Oh,
you got time.
Oh boy. Am I allowed to make another requisition check for somebody else? Can I choose
yeah. Just remember, if you mess it up, you're the one who loses the wealth.
Oh shit, you're right.
I can donate my wealth. Can I spend my wealth to help make it go better?
I mean, this is the problem, right? Like, you're basically trying to power game the system with Zedek here. So if Zedek does it, he's putting his prestige and wealth on the line.
Thank you, Zedek. You are always there.
It doesn't say anything. He just throws the sword at me and walks away.
I want it back tomorrow.
He puts it in your plunger holder.
Thanks a ton, Zedek. You are a good friend. Goodbye.
I'm going to have a good cry about this exchange later.
All right, so are you going to make an influence test to try to upgrade the sword?
I'm going to attempt to do this before I go and outright betray him by going to Gamu.
Yeah. Totally. That sounds good. So it's
an influence test. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, 7 successes and 3 icons.
You need a 10, so you get your 2 extra dice though.
I will add on the 2. Yeah, I'll roll 2 more. Let's go. Let's do it.
You need a 6 and a 1.
Okay, you get 2 more. You've
I rolled 4
also you could spend a point of wealth.
I will spend a point of wealth because he's been a very good boy and he's done very well at being on fire.
Now the real question.
You could have also spent a wrath, I think. See if you got an extra
Yeah,
success.
he could reroll. He's already used one of his 2. He could spend another one too. Yeah, you could actually spend a wrath if you want to reroll those 2
I'm going to do
dice.
that instead of your wealth.
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Now you have no more wrath and...
Oh, there you go. Got the success on the one.
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
Now you're good.
All right. Now the question is, do you actually go to the Prometheum Huffers to get this enhanced?
I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna make sure. I'm gonna just very stealthily write down whoever's slacking off, whoever's stealing stuff from the ship.
I was waiting for you to go to Gamu so you can have that like fucking storyline kind of deal. You go to Gamu, put the sword down, you see text at the top right. Braine will remember this.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be we're gonna reach the end game, and at the very end we're like, oh, we're gonna do this. Pi is gonna remember that slight against him from years ago and just walk up behind me and run me through. Is like, I didn't forget.
And yeah, that's like when in Mass Effect, if you sabotage the Jetafrage with Rex, he's cool with it for 2 seconds, and then 3 minutes later he's like, what the hell did you just do?
Jesus Christ, spoilers, jeez.
Spoilers for Mass Effect Andromeda or whatever, I don't know.
You got your wrath back, by the way, Zedek.
Wow.
Oh, awesome.
Previously on AMC's The Warring Hams.
Yeah, okay, good lord. All right, Zedek, so you are So you go to the Prometheum Huffers, and you don't remember what happened to get the sword upgraded because you were huffing Prometheum.
Do I have to huff Prometheum?
I mean, to go into their territory, it's kind of required.
Oh boy.
So something happens. We might revisit this later, but when you exit, the sword has been enhanced to a mastercraft quality.
Can I make a really quick tech check?
I assume you come back to Zedek's quarters the next day as he is sprawled on his couch.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick tech check if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
On Zedek. On Zedek,
yeah, on Zedek. 11. Holy shit!
With an 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
I come back. No, I'm not doing on the sword. I'm doing it so I can create. I wanted this to be really shitty, but now a life-sized exact replica platinum statue of Zedek out of the various weapons I've taken from the dead bodies of the Gamhu Debunkers.
What makes you think those weapons are made of platinum?
Whatever.
Okay, can I just point out that Captain Zedek goes to the Prometheum Huffers, huffs some Prometheum, doesn't remember what happens, gets this amazing sword, comes back to his quarters, passes out. While he's passed out, Braine comes in, picks up the sword, and replaces it with a statue made out of guns of Zedek. And that's what, like, Zedek wakes up to find after his Prometheum upfinging. Yeah, okay. That's about right.
At the sight of this, Zedek is gonna just like panic and check his financial accounts. Like, oh shit, did I buy that?
Where's my credit card? Where's my liver? Where's my organs?
Also, I'm just going to narratively declare that, like, that statue will occasionally just open its mouth and spout out dialogue from Zedek. Just random quotes.
It's like it's like a fucking statue from Futurama, just spurting out.
And it also shoots fire for some reason.
Yeah, with 11 with 11 on that tech check, can it just kind of do whatever the narrative requires?
Yes.
How do a tech
Are you
check
keeping
revive
it
the
in your
Emperor?
quarter, or are you putting it into onto the bridge?
I'm not putting that on the bridge. That's a health hazard. That's an OSHA violation.
Okay, just making sure.
What, you care about that now?
Yeah. Well, hey, he leveled up. He read Zedek again.
I'm a new man.
Ding dong.
Captain, we are preparing to translate out of the warp. If you and your colleagues would please meet on the Strategium.
He did say please.
Absolutely. God, I can't wait to get off the ship.
Narrator, and that's when he realized he fucked up.
And so all of you are on the bridge, and there's the sudden, like, deadening hum as the Geller field and the warp engines shut off. And shortly after, the shutters begin to open, revealing the wide open array of space. And you find yourselves in orbit of an immense gas giant, a sort of stained brown and gray orb in the heavens.
Are you sure now is not the time for the stinky complication?
No, instead, as the shutters open and the crew begins to cheer, and then happy birthday to you, as from the back comes a group holding a cake. Happy birthday, Captain Zedek, which they bring out towards you.
Congratulations, sir, on another successful warp translation.
Zedek, do you want this? Do you want this to happen right now?
I don't, but I have to remember.
I cast crush on the cake.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, roll me that psychic mastery.
You get to use it's a bloodthirster onto the bridge.
And that was the end of our campaign. Thanks,
Entire campaign
birthday,
gets
Zedek.
derailed. I didn't complicate, but I get it.
Yes. Make a duplicate.
The two like crew menials holding on to it just look dejected and walk out with the like splattered cake.
They'll never know what happened. It's like, Zedek, I'm sorry, your cake complicated. It's terrible.
I get in real close to Lorn. That's my job. Don't do that.
Reeb's gonna walk in.
I stole that from Chad to help me out.
I'm just gonna walk in past the two menials that are looking really sad and depressed about the lack of cake. I'm going to question why there is cake on the floor. I'm going to question why Lorn is on the bridge crushing cake.
You didn't see it. It's all invisible. Psychic powers.
Crush a cake for Rohekta.
We have to go.
Cake's out.
Cake it out for the boys.
Captain, we have entered the system. We are in orbit near the eye of the Emperor's ire now.
Oh boy. Thank you. I'm happy that we've not died yet again. Although I was hoping to give that cake to other people, but it's okay. We'll have another. There'll be more. There'll be more.
Sir.
Altruism.
Well then, sir, at this point, it is up to you to decide how we proceed.
Well, I suppose we should ready our harvest letter. We're inevitably going to be touching down on that penal colony.
Yes, sir, there is a slight complication. The colony is in orbital, but we have detected that the gravity of the gas giant may prove problematic for our vessel.
Oh. I'm sure I couldn't pilot it when the servitor inevitably suffers a mishap. It'll be fine, I'm certain.
Yes, what I mean to say is our vessel can't get much closer.
Can we get closer with the harvest lighter, or are we just
The
stuck out
shuttles
here?
will work, but the debt collector can't get closer to the gas giant or our spine will break. It's an older vessel and still a proud vessel, but it isn't built to take that kind of gravitic pressure.
Yes.
I understand. Well,
Is gravitic
lads,
pressure in a scientific term?
Yes.
There is, you rat.
Meek. Sorry, like it's some 40K term, like gravitious anomalous temporis or something. I don't know.
I'm just giving you shit.
I hate you.
Well, that's okay. We don't need this stupid ship. We can go inside of the lander.
we do need the ship, but okay.
Should we contact the station, sir?
Oh.
Yes, please try hailing them first before we just kind of dive at them and get blown up.
Who would you like to speak to the station, sir?
Captain,
Yes.
if I may, I have a rather cunning ploy that I have been assembling together. May I hail them?
I trust you. Yes. Go ahead.
Very good, Captain. Thank you. Ransom, may I have the microphone?
He sort of like waves you over to a comms officer who's holding up, one of those terrible old-timey like two-piece, one on ear, one to your mouth phone assemblies.
Okay. So I'm just going to let them call up the station. I'm going to input the name of on the forged documents that I have created.
Mm-hmm.
I will wait for the call to go through.
There is the traditional like 56K modem ringing sound.
No, it's the Skype calling sound.
The Skype calling sound. There we go. Bloop, bloop. Hello?
Hello? Who am I speaking to right now?
This is Senior Arbitrator McLaudoter.
Good evening or morning. I can't tell what time it is where you are right now. My name is Artemena de Fuckerby, Hive Noble of Necromunda and cousin to Slybergro de Fuckerby. Some number of his name.
Oh. Greetings, honored Defuckerby. Did your cousin send you here?
Yes, whatever. No, my cousin is, he is currently out here, presumably. I'm currently chasing him right now. You see, I love my cousin very dearly, and while our business on Necromunda is very far away from anything my dear cousin could be in the midst of at the moment, I caught wind that there's an assassination plot being levied against him. I need to find him so I can warn him of it, post-haste, arbitrator. So, if you point us in the right direction, that would be most appreciated. I'm going to do a deception.
Yes, absolutely.
You need a 20.
Can I pull our 4 glories?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Can.
Okay.
Totally.
Ooh, yep, that's a 1. That's bad.
1 and a complication. It did not want to wrath it.
4D. I'm going to do the additional first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll give me 2 extra, and then I will wrath.
Okay.
Can I wrath again?
No, you can get those. You didn't roll the 2 other.
No. You roll click the reroll button there.
He did.
He did.
It's,
can I reroll it again?
No, you can't reroll a reroll. But you can reroll the 2 glory that you didn't get.
Nice. I really love it when that happens.
Hey, it's happening. You're at 4.
I get 1 extra, so that leaves me with
5.
5 and a complication. Gotta love it.
Complication. I like it. I mean, I love it. It's pretty good. Yeah. You know what? You put through all of this, and for a moment, Reeb, there's just this existential moment where you feel as though the gaze of every god or godlike being in the universe is focused on you, as though this moment is the fulcrum for something important. And as you deliver this, and you manage to deliver such Slayer Burgo fuckery, that there's a pause, and you feel just this immense pressure, as though every important being is focused on this moment. And then the reply comes in. Yes, we're able to receive you. The Supreme Judge will meet with you on the station.
Very good. We will be coming aboard in a shuttle because, our ship had a little bit of trouble translating in the warp, so spinal column's a little badly damaged. So, we're going to be coming aboard in a little Arvis lighter, me and some compatriots of mine. So, be ready for us. Get some nice tea going, why don't you? And your finest victuals, too. After all, I am a noble of Necromunda. You would not turn away a noble with paltry goods, would you?
No, sir. We will be ready to receive you, and I will take you personally to the Supreme Judge once you land. This is the Mortis Carcerum signing out.
Terrific. By the Emperor, I hate doing that voice.
You love it.
I can't wait for you to go like, and prepare to receive us, and then just turn off. Also, you oh no, we got 2 glory. Sorry. There we go.
Bloody hell, I hate Necromundan accents.
Well, I must admit, that is a genius ploy. You must now wear Zedek's clothes.
Why?
Well, Reeb does not look like a noble of Necromunda. He's far too likable.
Have you been to Necromunda?
No.
Even the most basic of bloody garbage surgeons would look like a noble to them.
But what if they're as dumb as I am?
I have documentation to back it up. I have spent about the past week or so putting it together with my contact and my esteemed Inquisitor Harlan. She's been most helpful in putting together this, pulled some strings and all that. Check it out. And then
But let me see.
I reach into my lapel and pull out like a pile of documents certifying that I am Artimener de Fuckerby, and I have an entire family tree and all this other crap certifying that I was born on Necromunda and all this other shit, which basically is completely fake. But because the Inquisition backs it, it's got to be true.
Reeb, I didn't know you were born on Necromunda.
I'm not.
Oh, where were you born?
Gravo, I've told you this before.
Why would you lie?
Because I'm lying to them, not you, Pa.
Genius!
Yes.
And we will destroy them.
The harvest lighter is prepared, sir.
Thank you, Ransom.
Best of luck.
I wanna point out something in chat. Someone said Reeb has exhausted the galaxy's entire supply of bad luck.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen?
Reeb, you got a wrath back.
Oh, thank God. I blew both of them.
Is
to
there
make that
anything
work.
else any of you want to do before you travel over to the Mortis Carcer? Particularly, like any skills or anything like that you wanna to do?
Oh, quickly, Reeb, did you spend 2 wrath or 1 wrath?
I spent 1 to reroll initially, and then 1 to reroll the extra dice.
Okay. Now you have 1. Okay, my bad. Got it.
Nice. Yeah, I got 1.
Yeah, I'm on the bridge, ready to go to the Harvest-Rider and pursue our trail of fuckerbees.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything they want to do before they depart? Like any skills you wanted to make use of at this point, or are you just all getting in the Harvest later and making your way?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing else to check on it. I mean, the tech priest is about as comatose as she's going to get, so, just move on.
Absolutely. And Zedek, you're good to get on the
boat.
Okay. You get on the Harvest Lighter and begin making your way. Captain Zedek, would you give me a piloting check as you get in there?
Would I?
I love this picture. It's very good.
Do you like my Photoshop?
That's gonna be
it's extremely good.
It's really realistic. You can really see the space station art like carefully crafted.
For those of you listening on the podcast, our background image for this is a picture of the Romulus Starfort model that has been duct taped to the back of like a planetary backdrop, but the gas giant also has something crudely photoshopped in it. So we're good.
Some people have to look really close at it to see it.
It was the first thing I noticed. I noticed the shitty duct taping afterwards.
Good.
Oh, I should point out my Reeb has donned a pair of sunglasses.
Perfect disguise.
Yeah, no one will know.
Okay, so you're piloting. You can definitely, Zedek, feel the gravitic stress. You can also tell, like for this you have no servitor pilot. It's just you. And you are feeling heavy gravity. You can also tell that there is at least one planetary body orbiting this gas giant, but if you wanted to get anything more, you'd really have to scan the area as well.
Also, a quick thing, someone wanted to give Hulky a wrath. You're already full, so I want to take that wrath and give it to Reeb. Reeb, you're now full.
Yay.
Hooray.
Continue on, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So this is what you notice, Zedek, as you're flying and making your way towards this star fort, which is this impressive layered, large star fort structure that then seems to have like a single cylindrical tube that heads down towards a larger circular base, like almost like there's an elevator that leads down towards some like squatter portion of the station, though you can tell you'll be docking on the upper level.
Man, I hope we don't have to go to that structure sometime soon. I'm sure we don't have to take the elevator, boys. Also, this gravity sucks. Is anybody else violently ill?
Nah, man, I'm cool.
I'm good. You just suck. That's mean. I'm sorry.
Zedek jerks the controls to the left, just shakes the ship.
Oh, you so hostile. I'm sorry. It's like,
sorry, it's a bit of a gravitic flux there, Lorn. Are you okay?
And it's just bouncing around. I forgot my seatbelt.
Good.
And as you're making your way towards the Star Fort, you can see the landing pad with a void shield, and you have some flashbacks to a certain moon, Zedek. You know you have to land this craft.
This time I'll remember to slow down so I don't skid into the hangar.
Did you say that aloud and everyone in the back hears?
And we all just lean over and look into the cockpit like, what was that, Zedek?
I could awareness test me if it complicates. That could happen.
Reeb's just gonna lower his sunglasses and say, "Don't screw it up, Mon Capitan."
Zedek shakes the ship again.
We all die. Just blew into
Reeb's alter ego ended this campaign.
Nah, it's here. It's here to stay. You can't stop cool, Reeb.
God damn it.
Reeb, the cooler Reeb.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so your awareness is enough that you didn't actually say that aloud. But it doesn't change the fact that you now have to land this shuttle. And as the Arvis is approaching, the station has grown in size, and you're pulling towards the upper level. You can see there aren't many other ships docked here. There's maybe a couple little utility tugboats and stuff. This seems to be very much out of the way in terms of an Imperial station. So, do you want to give me a piloting check to land, buddy?
I'll do it again. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be 5 and a complication. Yeah.
All right.
Do it, Doc. I can take it.
Can you?
You crash and die, including us.
Complication.
I mean, I will say that you begin to make your way down towards the station. And again, you just have this flash of remembrance from your previous encounter with the void shield and everything involving that, and you are leaning in so much, and I'm just gonna steal immediately what Reeb said and probably took from the chat. Yeah, it's in the chat, and all of you just hear this slight tearing of fabric as Zedek leans in far too much, but the shuttle ran
Son of a bitch.
Reeb.
And the shuttle has landed.
Oh, that's not me. That was Zedek.
I say Zedek. Whatever.
Yeah, he complicated.
We're here. Let's go. Let's go adventure, I guess.
Do
Let's
you
go.
stand up?
My adoring
No.
public awaits.
Okay.
I wait. Everyone else leaves.
Earndil,
Yeah.
I request that you just have like a bag full of sunglasses. So whenever you talk to anybody, like, hey man, what's going on? You take one off and you put another on. It's just a habit. You just keep exchanging sunglasses and they're all different.
I made sure to have the fabricators on the ship prepare a bunch in advance. Not for the purposes you were expecting. I just expected these to be broken a lot.
And Zedek, you're kind of safe. You have like a giant coat, so it like covers over the pants.
It tore the coat.
GM, did it tear the coat?
I mean, I'm assuming your coat probably has one of those slits down the back as well. So I'm just gonna say it really depends. It might just happen at the worst opportunity for someone to notice it.
That's basically the game master's way of saying go fuck yourself, and we're gonna go with what we just established.
Sure.
the back hatch opens to reveal a sparse but still populated shuttle bay hangar where you can see several servitors are moving around, hauling up boxes, picking them up, putting them down. Two servitors that are immediately close to the vessel sort of turn and look at you, and you can see they have the labels on them, Lord Sir Railgun Dishwasher and John Sterlacki, and they are picking up boxes near you and sort of creating what looks to be a path out of this area. And as they move sort of this final set of boxes, a female in carapace armor, or a woman in carapace armor, advances towards you along with two others in similar armor. She stands fairly tall, with a helmet in sort of the crook of one hand and holding what appears to be a shock baton. Her armor is adorned with some purity seals. She has what looks to be like the head of an eagle coming out of her right shoulder. Beside her are two others in similar style armor, though their helmets are on, and they seem to have these shotgun-like weapons that they clutch onto as they approach. If any of you have any sort of skills that you think would be appropriate for identifying them, please.
Identifying the shotguns?
Identifying like the type of armor and people here.
I mean, that would be a tech check, I would assume, correct?
Tech or
well, it seems like you're gonna require the expertise of your local
just hit the button.
just like rub your jacking like
That's 8 successes.
As I analyze the material of these arbites versus arbites I've encountered in either real life or in the Lemurian databases.
Yeah, you recognize them as being like the standard Adeptus Arbites equipment. They have bolter shotguns and heavy carapace armor. And like McLeod, or the lady, she clearly has like a shock maul that's energized and has a pistol at her hip, and she approaches. Greetings, she sort of like raises up her hand. Welcome to the Mortis Carcone Terminus.
Reeb is going to descend down the back panel of the craft with his hands out like Richard Nixon did with the two peace signs.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Archmanager Fuckerby, at your service, or rather, you're at mine. But anyway, yes, pleasure to be here. Shall we cut to business?
Yeah, you're here to meet with the Supreme Judge, I assume.
That's correct. I believe I was talking with you over the Vox.
Yes, that's correct. I handle most of the communication and administration for this facility.
Great. Let's not dilly-dally. Gentlemen, behind me, if you will.
Okay, guy.
Reeb is going to turn around and lower his sunglasses, looking at Pi. I'm going to. Can I roll like anything to be?
You're like, can I intimidate my fellow party members? Yes, you can.
I do please just roll with this. This is hard enough for me to do as it is.
I know. Pi looks kind of sad.
Actually, can I just do a persuasion instead of an intimidate?
Yeah, totally.
He's not shooting daggers. He's got like pleading eyes, like please.
Big old puppy dog Reeb eyes.
Oop, I hit the button and it's taking a bit. There we go. We got a 3.
3. Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
I already just feel sad, embarrassed, and goofed already.
It's like, I hate this, please.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, come this way, and your other companions are?
Yes, I will let my men speak for themselves. They are of the highest quality, fresh from the various places that I have picked up in my travels on my way to find my poor wayward cousin, Slaburgo. Gentlemen, please.
Yes, Captain Zedek Mascatulci of the Rogue Trader. The debt collector, Rogue Trader, at your service.
I see. I assume your vessel is the one on our auspexes.
Yes, it's an older model, but it checks out.
That was nice.
Yes, of course. She sort of
I'm not
nods
drunk.
and like looks over to Lorn.
I'm the help. Next.
I'm the help.
Good. And a Martian.
Yes, hello, I am Braine. I hail from Lemuria. I must say, arbitrator, this is a fine station. This is even better than the last station I was at, where there was nothing wrong.
Can all of you give me an awareness test, please?
No.
Fine.
I rolled a 0.
I roll a 0, so
0.
Definitely no. Holy God, Reeb, you do have the worst luck today.
It's the sunglasses. I can't see shit.
Lorn got a 1.
Hi, Braine. Your sensory like units and detection methods. As soon as you mentioned Lemuria, there's like a slight widening of Makaladoder's eyes before they go back to normal.
Is there something wrong?
Oh no, I've just heard very good things about Lemuria. That it is a very potent forge world in service to your Omnisire.
Yes, you know, if you've heard anything in specific, I am a Lemurian tech priest. It is quite important that I know.
I'm going to intimidate.
Sure.
I'm going to spend our 2 glory on this, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
okay.
And now you are going to see the other stat I improved as I mystify you all with 6 on my intimidation.
Of course. I've spoken to some people who have been from Lemuria, and they say it is a lovely, albeit a bit of a dark world. They say that some of the resorts on the planet are quite amenable to outsiders.
They might say that. Tell me, have you spoken with Hector?
You mean the junior Magos in attendance to your overseer's cousin?
Yes, my friend with difficulties.
Yes, he was up here in the Lex for a time.
Really? Where is he now?
I'm not quite authorized. The Supreme Judge can fill you in on the specific details.
You very much. You have been helpful, Mick Laudater.
Thank you. We serve the Lex.
If you're quite done, I'd like for us to get a move on so we can go ahead and meet with this judge. After all, the sooner I can get to my cousin or find out where he's going or who's after him in this case, the better.
That sounds like a whole donkey idea there, mister. This is not a good accent to do. I'll just
stick to the basics. It'll be fine.
It's okay, Braine. Just tap him on the shoulder. It's okay. We all can do it.
You don't have to be Texan.
It's like,
out of all the things you could be, you chose that one.
it's just like, it's like, what do Necromundans sound like? Well, I know.
Well, I tell you what.
Yes, if you'll follow me, I'll take you to where the Supreme Judge is at the higher points of the Lex. And she sort of waves her hand.
Reeb's going to just jam his hands into his pockets and usher for the others to follow.
Good. You seem very different than your cousin.
Well, that's just the Necromunda way of life. My cousin wouldn't know lick about that, but we're cousins. Heck, I even had the local folks on Necromunda pull up a draft of our family tree, and then I pull out a hopelessly complicated web of just like chicken scratching in circles, and I point to 2 that are kind of close by, and you see Artmanor de Fuckerby is kind of close to Sliburgo de Fuckerby amid like a million circles scattered about throughout the whole thing. Looks more like a weird octopus.
Is it like a conspectus? You pull it out and then just build it? Like just this like awful like thing that you pull out and it like folds and folds and folds and folds until it's like 2 feet wide and you're kind of just holding this family tree in front of her.
The DeFuckerby family tree is more like the DeFuckerby family tumbleweed.
Oh my god.
I see. Are you a psyker by chance?
Sadly, that gene was passed up. Passes over every 5, 6, 7, and 8th generations. Somehow randomly occurs in other parts, but you know how it is. Genetics, it's all weird.
I don't know.
Well, just as well then.
I see. And you said you're the help, sir, and she sort of looks at Lorn.
Yep.
The help.
How do you, what talents do you provide?
I stand here and be old, and I'm like an advisor.
Oh, are you a scholar? I've met some scholars in my time.
Yeah, I know a lot about advising.
He's a curt fella, but he is a very wise and very intriguing man, courtesy of also from Necromunda as well. Very smart guy. Doesn't talk all that much, but pleasant guy nonetheless. Just all around good guy. As I turn and again lower my sunglasses to Lorn, kind of as an apology. Like
I look back at him and I lower the glowing of my glowing eyes and look at him and like, what?
And as you two are having this exchange, like McLawdoter, who, like, you're now moving through the station, and you find yourself going through series of narrow corridors and halls, and some like mess rooms, and some clear like barracks or billeting areas. It's a maze of just different areas here. But McLawdoter is leading you with the two arbiters and behind, and she then also pauses and finally is like, Lorn and Reeb, you're having this exchange. She looks over to Captain Zedek. Captain, it's quite nice to have an Imperial vessel in our space. We rarely get them out here, except for the prison transport vessels.
And we thank to be well received by you, Arbitrator McLawdoter. I wish we were here on even more better circumstances, but you know, these things just take us to the strangest places. And as a rogue trader, this is far from the strangest I've been. Better than being in lesser Imperial space, I can tell you that much.
I admit, I when I was assigned here, I thought it would be the greatest, highest service to the Emperor to go out into the stars and administer the Lex over those who have broken it and ensure order out here. But I admit, I've been here a long time, and I sometimes have worried about the Emperor's light reaching a corner this far out. So it's always good to hear that there are lawful servants of the Emperor, beloved by all, who travel the stars and bring his light to those places.
Absolutely, beloved by all, certainly.
I'm going to make a note in my journal very quietly. The arbitrator might be good for us to have on our side.
Well, if you tire of these gray halls, I'm certain you'll find greener pastures elsewhere. We might even be hiring for some much-needed law enforcement in the near future. But we'll keep that in mind.
We need a new sheriff.
We need literally anybody.
I like how immediately we notice, like, this one isn't crazy. Get her to fuck on our ship. We'll turn her into something different.
We need to figure out how to abduct her immediately.
we need to replace her leg with a peg leg. Like we need something.
We need to make her crazy.
We don't want to destroy this one.
2 seconds on the debt collector, she's gonna be like talking to like an animatronic pirate and like fucking being like wearing lederhosen around the like fucking place, going Yoridori, and that'll just be her identity for the rest of her life. We destroy everything we've done.
You'll know.
I don't want this fate. No.
You reach the base of a set of austere wooden spiral stairs that start going out of the center of a room to what you can see as some kind of glass floored office above. And McLawdoter stops at the base of the steps. You'll want to ascend up there. The Supreme Judge is waiting for you.
You coming up with us, or are we just going alone?
The Supreme Judge will see you alone. He wishes to speak with you.
Very good. My companions will be coming with, or are they supposed to remain down here as well?
You are all welcome to speak to the Supreme Judge. He has been expecting you.
Great. All right, let's go and get this done with. Hopefully this will be a lot faster than that last place we went to. What the hell was it called? Shitty Rock or something? I don't know.
Oh, interesting. And she sort of waves up. Do you all go up the stairs?
Yeah. We'll go
Okay.
up.
Yep, I'll go up the stairs and follow along.
Yeah, and it's, as you reach the top, there is a set of austere wooden doors that have this immense aquila with like the beaks come out to essentially form the door handles to open.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell like you just have to pull open the door here.
Also, get a tiny bit closer to your mic there, Thursday.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but go along.
Yeah, and you can like pull them open. Reeb, since you're in front, I assume you're just going to open the door when you get there.
Yeah, I open it with the most absurd, ostentatious flourish possible, just so I'm like standing with my arms wide as I enter into the little receiving area.
And as you enter in, before you could like, as you kind of like take that breath, like do this flourish as you come in, before you get a sense of the room or even like make any kind of commentary, there's a loud, booming voice that echoes out. Margaret, Doral will see you now.
Oh.
Can I roll a scholar to determine what the fuck I just heard?
How do I interpret?
Absolutely.
Terrific.
It's just going to take its time today, huh?
Doral will see you now. Please sit down.
I sit down and I cross my legs very unreeb-like and I slouch. I
assume there's only like 2 chairs.
Yes.
I stand.
If I was just standing there getting war flashbacks to the Divine Lord of War.
No.
You want to describe what this guy looks like?
Good.
Yeah.
I am Supreme Judge German Strabosen.
And as this thing speaks, you see what is clearly a suit of armor that has sludge coming out the top of it, namely more chins than you can count, forming the head of this grotesquely obese, balding man who is in this ostentatious gold-trimmed armor with like primarily silver body plates. He sits down behind a fine wooden desk adorned with various statements and statuettes of the Lex and interpretations of law.
I see. We're doing this, are we?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Judge.
The law knows all.
Yes, Doral does know all.
Well,
And I think with this, I want to take our break right here.
I just want everyone to know I have to Photoshop this shit.
And you saw this last night, and it was just,
I died. Let's go on a fucking break. All right, be right back, everybody.
Andy, sweetie, what's that you're drawing?
What the fuck?
I'm drawing a map.
A map? But that looks like a picture of my eyes?
Of course, because I just can't help getting lost in them.
What the fuck is this? Usually when we come back, we're gonna what fun thing can we come back to? You know, just to kind of do a thing. What the fuck was this one?
It worked. It got you confused.
What the fuck? I guess.
Earndil just hit us with a mimetic kill phrase. We have 6 minutes left, and then we die.
Some Bioshock shit going on here. Great.
Blood will be replaced with cement in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
No. We have to speed run this next section. I'm just going to try and clip through the next couple walls.
Are you trying to get past my glorious new NPC?
Yes, I'm just going to skip
We have
the
to
dialogue triggers.
savor the Supreme Judge like a fine wine.
We run into like another like horrible malformed weird voiced like monster match, and immediately it's just like bad RNG, reset.
Try again. Bad
If we keep
RNG.
resetting the session, we'll eventually get a different color scheme for him.
The bad RNG is just because we keep complicating.
You know, Alpha will just make it worse, right? Like,
I know he will. I know. I've given up. There's a certain hopelessness that comes with WarHams, and I'm delighted to indulge in it.
Back at the law.
So our intrepid adventurers have come to the Mortis Carcerum terminal station, where they have met with the Supreme Judge, German Straborson, who looks at them from across his desk.
So, you've come to speak with Durrell?
Yeah, I sure have, Supreme Judge Straborson. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The law acknowledges you.
I am Artemenor de Fuckerby, and this is... I motion to Lorn. The help.
Very good, yes.
We have come here because I am currently looking for my wayward cousin. You may have met him in your little time here.
Yes.
Yes, I am in efforts to find him so I may warn him of an impending assassination plot levied against him.
Assassination, okay. Yeah.
That assassination plot, by the way, is against the law.
Are you saying that Zedek has a problem with Durrell?
No, someone's going to kill him, and that's against the law. That's the problem.
Well, see, he left here a few weeks ago after meeting with Durrell.
Mm-hmm. What did he say out of curiosity? I need to know, see what's been going on.
What kind of like social skill do you like? Is this persuasion? You're trying to persuade some info out of him?
It's the highest one I got, so I got it.
Yeah, do it up. Like you're being nice to this guy. Let's see what happens.
It's not actually the highest. It's just, deception is par with it. But what do we have for? We have 2. Can I pull 1?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Got a 1.
Oh wow!
You want to wrath that?
Sure do. I'll hit a wrath
Yeah.
and get a 0.
Nice. Damn.
Okay,
Glory
good.
back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I could tell you a bit of what he was doing here. He came to visit me with his help, and he needed the help of Durrell. So, of course, Durrell was going to help him. He wanted to see our facilities, meet with me, hear about the great way I've been operating this, and my family has been operating this station.
I see. Anyone else he talked with in particular, aside from your supreme judgeliness of the law?
No, he was only interested in Durrell, as every good man should only be interested in. And so he had many conversations with Durrell, and then when he was done, he departed after leaving a prisoner in our care.
I see. So, out of curiosity, was there any sign of anyone following him? Anyone that he might know of that might be on his trail, aside from me, of course?
No, he did say to expect the debt collector to be coming at some point.
The debt collector?
That's the ship Durrell has identified. Isn't that yours, Captain Zedek?
You may have misheard. It is the Debt Remander. Now, the Debt Collector was actually my father's ship.
Yeah.
Debt reminder.
Wait. Are you sure of that?
Although the aspects...
About the debt collector.
That way Daral is talking. Now, Daral wants to confirm, was your ship incorrectly called the Debt Collector instead of the Debt Remander?
Yes, I have a little form here. I'm going to shuffle around in my coat. Can I make a narrative declaration?
Of course you can.
I'm going to pull out one of the documents. I'm afraid I'm going to be doing that a lot. I'm going to pull out one of the documents that identifies the ship as he just said, the Debt Remander. Obviously, I have not planned this out. It's just going to say it's the Debt Remander.
Oh, yeah, and you, like, produce it and put it in front of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Straborson, you don't even have to, like, you can just narratively declare that's cool. You don't even have to roll. Straborson then pulls out, like, a pair of those, like, opera glasses, which he holds up and sort of, like, has the bottom, like, portion of the metal precariously on his chin as he leans in to read.
It seems you're right. The Debt Remander. This is a mistake. One moment.
And he reaches over to this device on his desk and presses down on some sort of key.
Arbitrator Steve, please come to my office. Daral would like to see you now. Anyways, so you were saying about your current situation. Go on, Daral will hear you out.
Yeah, so obviously us coming here on the Debt Remander was not expected. Very similar names. This Debt Collector vessel, though, what do you guys know of it? What did my cousin say about it?
Well, Slabbergo said that, that you might be coming around here looking for him and that we should help you out as much as we can.
Hang on, did I parse that right? Did he say that Slybergo said we'd be coming by to help him?
That you'd be coming by and that he should help you.
Huh.
Doubt?
That's concerning. Can I do an insight on that?
Absolutely.
Because I don't know how much I can work with that.
Yeah, totally.
My insight's not great, but I'll go for it anyway.
Hey, I believe.
I got a 2.
Sad. Yeah, you're not getting anything else beyond what he's telling you, and you're trying to like zero in, but you get like one impression that he's kind of distracted, and like as you're looking in, he just sort of like almost like adjusts his face just so he's looking down to like his like right leg, and you just hear him like say, "Armor piercing."
What's he talking to?
What?
He's just whispering to his legs.
I take out Zedek and I'm going, he's possibly talking to someone else.
So carry on.
Yeah.
Tell me the name of your captive.
Hey! Hold a second there, will you?
You don't talk to Daral like that. Daral demands respect.
And he slams his hand on the table.
Narrative declaration. There's a law book on the shelf about Mechanicus and RBD's overlap.
Okay.
I am going to reach for this book. Look through it. What are the citations in which the business of explorator tech priests overlap with the law? When dealing with Mechanicus business and the recovering of paramilitary operations.
In such cases where there are no Mechanicus operatives present, the RBDs have jurisdiction, which means he is completely in his right to be holding this man until a member of the Mechanicus arrives to take that person out of their hands.
I slam it on the table. I am a tech priest of the Forge Word Lemuria.
Daral acknowledges this.
And then like behind you, you hear this like as the wooden door opens again, and this arbitrator comes in.
Sir,
Arbitrator Steve reporting for, and before he finishes, Straborson raises a pistol up from underneath and shoots the man in the chest, who goes flying out the window, falling down past the spiral staircase to the large room underneath. That will teach him for messing up the records of the role. And he puts the pistol down.
Reeb's gonna wipe some of the blood from his face, and can I do what kind of check would I make to make it look like I don't care?
Deception.
You see, you must grow a beard because you can always hide your horror.
I'm trying very hard not to be Reeb right now.
For audio, you got a 5 and a glory. If I accidentally spoke,
I said 5 and a glory.
No, I accidentally spoke over you, so I was trying to
okay.
Make the record clear for the court.
Apologies about that, but the role must be rigid, and as your tech priest accomplice has said, that we can return the Ro Hector to your possession. He is in the lower levels.
Sure. I'd have a few choice words for the guy.
Of course.
Beg your pardon, Supreme Judge? What was that?
The Rao understands, and the Rao will permit you to take your prisoner out of the Rao's care and into the Mechanicus Rao's hair.
Of course. So, what else could we do for you in that case? Is there anything that you need to have done around here that we can do while we're here? I'm on a tight schedule, but I'm sure we could work something out to assist with your workload.
The role needs no assistance. The role is perfect.
Of course.
Well, let's go see our boy then.
Yeah. Huh?
Did Cyber Defakabi tell you where he was going?
No, he finished his talks with the Raul, and then he departed on board his ship after giving the junior Magos to the Raul's custody.
For what purpose did he transfer him off of here?
The junior Magos was accused of Xenos tech heresy, so he has been put into one of the solitary confinement cells on the lower level.
Well, that is preposterous. No one would ever get caught doing that.
Is your hand over that cube that's clearly in one of your pockets right now?
Yeah.
Are your like eyes just shifting? Like, sweet. Like, no one's gonna do that. No.
Good. I will give you permission. That being said, remember that this is a station of the Rao, and the Rao will be followed here.
Of course, wouldn't want to break the law. I'm from Necromunda. You don't break the law in Necromunda. That's just unheard of.
Good. Well then, the last thing I have to say is that as servants of the Emperor, the Rao stands with you.
At which point he like slowly just stands up out of the chair and then quickly sits down again.
Yes, barely. By claps.
You may go. The Rao appreciates this meeting.
Of course. Pleasure talking with you, Judge. Hopefully we'll get to meet again under better circumstances.
All right. The Rao will see you off now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What I feel like this NPC would be perfect for Dune.
He's basically a Harkonnen as it is.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. It's like you would be the most perfect NPC for Dune.
No, oh my god, he's the guy that like works for the Emperor that like talks like he's like yeah. So everyone thinks he's an idiot, and the moment they turn their backs, he like slices them to bits with his like fucking single razor hair or whatever.
The Rao will be the instrument of the party's demise.
Yeah, something like that.
True.
So, I guess we'll depart from this very funny office, which is now venting into Atmo.
Well, no. He shot like the glasses like down to basically a open sort of room below. You kind of like entered into a room that was a space. No,
he fell down into space.
I also approve of chat. The row must flow. So
I will kill him. He's blind. He's blind.
The row is the killing word. Yes, what?
Before you use more of the weirding way on me. This dead, poor, very unfortunate Tiger, Armides. Does he have like a gun or a stun baton?
You're looting the fucking.
He's falling out the window. He's very far away from us.
So as you fucking leave the room and go down the spiral staircase, you can see that several Arbitas have already picked up their shot comrade and have begun moving, while servitors with large glass panes have already moved into place and seem to be waiting for crane units with which to replace the window on the upper office.
I wanted to get Belba a funny helmet.
McLaw waits for you at the bottom.
Well, that was enlightening. Arbitrator, you're still here.
Yes, I heard from the Supreme Judge that I'll be taking you down under the lex.
Correct. We are picking someone up in the meantime. Actually, I would like it if my companion stepped forward for a little bit while we head down that way. You and I need to have a quick chat.
Well, the elevator will take some time to reach up here, so we can converse while the arbitrators take your companions off to the lift. And as as this is happening, the two servitors walk by with the glass panes, one of which is Matthew Shrubsoul and the other is secretly Omegon. Dun dun dun. And they're replacing the glass pane.
Oh, that'd be great. Honestly, that would be a really great twist if that Primarch was actually just dead this whole time and was just like a servitor and no one noticed.
We said there was going to be overlap with TTS in this series. I didn't think it'd be
dun dun. So the arbitrators take the three off, and you have some time with McLaw Doder in sort of one of the private nearby chambers.
All right, now, and I'm going to dramatically pinch the side of my sunglasses and take them off, and I look directly at the arbitrator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to whip out my inquisitorial seal. It is equipment, and it is my symbol of authority of the Ordo Xenos. All right, let's cut the bullshit. Let's get down to business here. I'm of the Imperial Inquisition, Ordo Xenos, and you're going to work with me right now.
Intimidation.
Absolutely. However, I'm going to also mention my Inquisitor's name, my overarching Inquisitor.
Yes.
My Inquisitor Harlan is the name of my Inquisitor. Does my symbol of authority grant me anything, or is that really just kind of there?
That's that's like sort of the. Let me see if it offers you.
I don't think it does, because last I checked, it doesn't. It's just kind of an object that I get for being an Inquisitor, but I wanted to see if it would have any effect on an arbitrator.
No, it does. It grants a +1 to leadership and intimidation tests for those who... So you get an extra bonus die.
So I'm getting 3 bonus?
3 bonus die, yep.
Can I pull anything from the glories?
Up for glory.
I'm asking the crew if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
I'll take 2 from the glory, so that'll give me a bonus of 5.
Sweet.
Slam. I get 6 and a complication.
Okay.
I still have 1 wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Will this be enough, or should I re-roll?
This will be enough to get you a success, but shifts might help here.
Okay, so I'm going to use my last wrath to re-roll that to a 9.
Nice. Okay, so another shift. Okay, cool. So 4. Yeah. Okay, so make your like basically make your requests from her at this point.
We are currently trailing a rogue individual. Of course, Slibergo de Fuckaby. I am no Artimener de Fuckaby, nor would I want that name. It is likely a Xenos-tainted name by this juncture. I am Inquisitor Reeb Van Horn. And you're going to help me find out what exactly is going on here, because it seems as though Mr. de Fuckaby has come and gone, leaving in a junior Magos in the care of the law on this station, and I would like to know why, and I would also like to know why the judge is so accepting of such a random bequeathment.
Well, you see, everything's gone badly since de Fuckaby left the station. Ever since the Supreme Judge lost his family jewels.
His what?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that from far away.
I was almost taking this seriously.
Do you mean this to be a literal meaning of family jewels, or are we going for the informal meaning of genitals here?
No, nothing, no. The Straborson family line has ruled as supreme judges of this station for millennia. Each of them are reported to be in possession of a assemblage of jewels that they refer to as their family jewels. These jewels have given the Straborsons, at least from their lines, incredible luck. And she sort of like leans in a bit. You see, I would dare say the Supreme Judge is nowhere near talented for his position. No, bears none of the skills necessary for an arbitrator, but has ascended to the rank of Supreme Judge, despite truly having the barest minimum of knowledge on the Lex. Other older arbitrators I've met have stated as much for those also in the family line, but the jewels have, at least according to all of the rumors I've heard, have granted his family line almost reality-altering abilities in terms of their luck.
All right. I will make a note of that, and that'll be something to bring up later. Right now, our concerns are Mr. de Fuckaby, as it seems as though in his wake there comes great problems. And I'm going to tell you right now, if we do not get full support for this matter, I can see that the entirety of this station is replaced with new arbitration staff. The slaves, the menials, they will all remain. However, I can see to it that the entire staff is transferred elsewhere. Less pleasant, and I could do it now.
I understand it. I will simply say that I am a dutiful servant of the Emperor, though the Supreme Judge is quite erratic since the loss of his jewels. He believes that de Fuckaby is responsible for the theft of his jewels.
And yet, de Fuckaby. Of course.
The only one who I would say would know the knowledge of what is exactly going on would be the junior Megos, Ro Hector, who, despite being a very amenable person who I spoke with quite frequently during their initial visit, after, shortly before de Fuckaby left the station, he entrusted the Magos to our care, and the Supreme Judge ordered him placed in solitary confinement. The servitors, pre-programmed, deliver food and water, but none of our staff have been allowed to speak with the junior Magos since his internment here.
I see.
How many of your assisting arbitrators are in on this little situation?
I would suspect that most of the arbitrators here owe their loyalty to the Supreme Judge for various reasons. Over his time with his jewels, he's acquired quite a mass of information, both incriminating and otherwise, on the staff here.
And how many can defer to you? Are you of rank or are you of standard quality?
She pauses and you can give me an insight check here.
All right, I'll do that. I'm looking forward to bumbling that as I try to determine anything about her as I get a 2.
You get the sense of a pause, and then she kind of continues speaking. I would say that I am responsible for most of the day-to-day operations of this station.
Oh, I see. So you're one of the security operators of the security operators.
However, all of our primary access codes and otherwise are held by the Supreme Judge. Though it is outside the standards of the Lex, Borson is quite insistent that he is de role on this station.
Of course. I can't imagine this is going to be terribly easy. We ourselves are incapable of rendering our full contingent on this place, so we will have to deal for the time being. So, I suppose for now we shall head down and meet Rohecta, and in the meantime, I am Artemenor de Fuckerby, and you are Arbitrator McLawdaughter, and you and Reeb Van Horn, have never met.
Yes, of course. I will take you and your companions down immediately. Come with me to the elevator.
And do keep your head down. You are the only person on this station who I've had an opportunity to talk to. It would be bad if you were to lose it under the law.
Of course. And
Yeah,
can I simply say, thank you for pronouncing it right. And she exits.
It's been 10 years. And no one said it right.
You're the first Imperial official.
Reeb's going to unfold his sunglasses and put them on, and I say, well, I guess she was the law's daughter.
No.
The camera cuts forward immediately to our next scene, so I can hurt Earndil for that.
It's all right, I'm already hurting. That hurt my throat a little bit.
Well, I turn inside an elevator, and we all kind of get all crammed up in there. And I look up like, what's that song that's playing?
Oh, you rat!
I told you I was going to hurt you. For those of you listening to the podcast, we now have a lovely background that is our arbitrators and players all crammed into an elevator with a subtitle of Elevator Plays Dupe by Dupe.
Thanks everyone for invading that music video, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks for loading the comments of that video on YouTube with WarHams sent me here.
We had a good fucking laugh on that one.
The facade is cracking. The facade beneath the sunglasses is cracking. I'm dying.
The lenses cracked. It's like, hey, Reeb, your sunglasses are breaking over mad.
You can see that the sunglasses are cracking because my eyebrow and my lower eye section, where they rest, are just pinching them to crushing them.
And so McLawdaughter is there. So, Captain Zedek.
Yes, McLawdaughter.
She's tall.
How this is they're like WoW characters. They're made taller because we need them to be impressive. That's all.
Sort of Warcraft effect.
Yeah. So, Captain, your vessel. How long have you owned it for?
Well, that's tough to say at this point. We've been traveling so long, I've almost forgotten it's been a couple of years now. But even then, it's only been shipwright and spacefaring for, less than a year. See, it was more of my father's ship before my own, and then we well, it kind of got passed down to me, and through a couple bits of Imperial-grade duct tape and a fine working staff that has not yet mutinied, here we are.
Zedek, remember that time when you were driving your car and then your pants ripped? It was very embarrassing. That was funny.
And that's when Braine looks down and like sees the fold of the jacket move just to reveal the rip.
Yes, Braine, remember our tech priest on board who is from a Forge World who is vastly aggressive towards yours?
I remember her, but someday I will not need to.
Anyway.
One of the arbitrators leans into Lorn. You seem different from this lot.
Yeah, I'm the help.
The help.
How do you help?
I advise.
I just want to say, by the way, Reeb's gonna remain like quiet throughout this because he's trying not to scream.
I like that for effect. I went to go open Dupe by Dupe to listen to it for this scene in the background, but like already some of you people have commented again. You're awful people. The guard then sort of like leans further in towards you, Lorn. Do you have any thrown gelt or other currency?
No. No, that's it. What else you want from me? I ain't got no fucking money. Like, what do you want?
You just seemed like someone who might like wages.
Fuck you talking about? Just like, I don't have any money. I'm not buying you lunch. Fuck off.
You want to gamble?
I was just gonna say that we're gonna have a fight while you're down there, so you might be able to bet.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Which one do you choose? Who's the ringers down there?
Well, we got Willis. He's an ex Navy armsman. And he's gonna be fighting Chunkus.
Chunkus? I like that name. I like that name a lot. Yeah. I'm betting. I'm all in. I hand him like a couple rocks with runes on it for Fenris. It's like, yeah, they're really valuable.
All right. All on Chunkus.
That's like 30,000 gelts or whatever the fuck you call your currency.
Right. Okay. Good. Good. And he sort of backs off. Gives you a nod.
You just bet on like a fighting ring in an elevator.
Yeah. If there's like a riot or something, I want to win.
And like Micheladator's just like, seriously? Did you take? No, ma'am. Didn't.
He didn't take any money. He took rocks.
I see. Well then, this is very, very, very embarrassing. Look, we're just under halfway there. Good.
Look, you won't say a word, we won't say a word.
I have to apologize, but the station is. You see, we arbitrators, we typically live in the Lex, and she like waves her hand up to the ceiling. The upper portion of the station is where the majority of the arbitrator staff are. Those indentured servants who have betrayed the laws of the Imperium, they are in the lower section of the station. Now, as the Supreme Judge often says, all men are under the Lex.
Are we stepping out of the elevator at this point, or are we?
No, it's still going. Like,
I lean over to Braine. It's gonna be a total shithole down there. Watch.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be like a real piece of shit.
It's
just like the lower decks.
Yes, the lower decks. Hey, that reminds me. The last time I was in a penal colony. Oh, it was a long and arduous time. I lost many friends that day. You see, what happened was nothing happened. And that's about the end of the story.
Dupe by dupe continues for several more repeats until in like awkward silence after Braine's story, when finally the elevator comes to a stop and the pneumatic doors hiss open, and then a sealed lock door opens up as well, admitting you onto a catwalk that you can emerge onto. McLawdoder leads the way along with the Arbitus. And you find yourself traveling on an elevated position above a massive prison complex.
I love the face in the window.
Look at him, he's so sad. Look at him.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Dawn of War, Ogren Y.wav.
You find yourself walking like over these like sealed cells, but then some sort of like communal like walking areas for probably recreation. You catch a few of the various like prisoners mulling about. Here, let's show some art of them. They all seem to be in these sort of like ragged clothes. Some of them even like, well, all of them have these like plates with numbers on them dangling at awkward intervals off of their necks.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see them all sort of mulling about on the lower level. Like there's a particularly terrifying one here, you know.
Alpha.
We gotta kill that one.
We can bet for that one to die.
And yeah, you could just see them like all just like mulling about down here. As you can see, the situation here is tense.
Reeb has since replaced his broken sunglasses, which he broke in the elevator from the sheer force of his brow. Why is it tense exactly? They just look like they're walking around down there, no different than a Necromunda scab pit.
Well, you see, it's all because of Tagadur.
Who?
Tagadur. He's one of the, well, now more notable prisoners here.
Why is he now more notable than he was?
Well, shortly after Mr. Tefakrubi left the station, Tagadur rose in prominence, which was surprising considering his background.
What is his background?
He was an administratum clerk.
And
Pencil pusher.
About as ignominious as you can get.
From Attila.
Not your average pencil pusher.
Who couldn't read.
Why is he in prison?
Because he could not perform his duties.
Oh.
Ah, that old bag of snot. Yeah.
why didn't they simply surgically graft onto him that ability?
I can't do that, Pi. It's not so simple just to surgically install reading ability. You can very easily take it away, but giving it's a little bit harder.
I don't know about that one, Chief. That sounds really like a failure of your system. So, all right, we have this administratum clerk who can't read. And he's done what?
Well, he's somewhat taken control of many of the prisoners. Many of them have thrown their allegiance behind him.
What and why are you giving your prisoners the ability to do these things? Why don't you just turn them into servitors and be done with it?
Alas, we do not have the facilities for mass conversion.
Well, that does sound very difficult.
Chonkus, 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 chonkus. And you start hearing this chanting coming from the lower levels. Chonkus, chonkus.
Well, hold on a second. I want to see what they're doing.
And you see this open area where this fairly like buff man, dark skin comes out, and he's got like a pipe wrench in one hand, and he's sort of shaking his hand and like holding the pipe wrench above his head. And then there's like this circle of prisoners that have formed around. And McLaw turns around, just like, by the Emperor, I cannot believe the Supreme Judge allows this. And then you just hear more chonkus, 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 as the circle of people parts to reveal a mountain of muscles that strides forward. And this immense figure stares down at the man who's wielding the pipe wrench. And as though there's some unspoken cue, the man with the pipe wrench backs off and then moves to take a swing. At which point, this immense ogroid figure grabs the pipe wrench in one hand and then sticks out the other. And though you are far up, you just hear this distinct crack sound as the hand covers the man's face and the man falls down.
Hey, arbitrator! Like elbow him a little bit. The fuck's my money?
That's right. Here you go.
He used the Vulcan nerve pinch. He's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
We pinched a whole lot of nerves.
He pulls his hand away, and he's just like sleeping contentedly.
You see the others, the others here serve Chonkus out of fear.
Does anyone actually serve you guys?
We don't maintain an active presence here. We simply use combat suppression servitors.
So this Chongus man is causing you much consternation and making your job difficult to do.
To be fair, Chonkus is a gentle spirit. The Supreme Judge, however, does require amusing displays.
So
the judge needs them?
Yes, the fights are a deviation from the lex that the Supreme Judge allows.
Is Chongus a problem, or is he a boon?
Chonkus is caught up in something I do not believe he understands.
I see. Well, if you ever need someone to screw his head off like a tangerine, we'll help you.
I see. Well, where we appear to be here, this hall connects to a connecting chamber. We keep all of the solitary confinement areas with connecting chambers. You'll simply need to go into that room, and then we will remotely activate the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I should mention,
Yes.
I hope you people haven't seen to it that Rohikda's sanity is compromised by his visit.
I assure you, I have done nothing against the Junior Magos. I swear on the Emperor and the Lex. And she looks at Reeb with meaningful eyes.
Reeb's just smiling as normal.
I got a question, though. Are we going in there all on our lonesome while you guys hang out here? Would be nice to have an arbitrator show us around.
Yes, Johnson, you can go with them.
Oh, you'll do, actually.
Reeb's going to lunge a hand out and grab McLaw on the shoulder.
Of course.
After all, it would be really bad for us to experience something unfortunate down here without an arbitrator to show us around, right?
Of course. And she sort of like steps in front of you and goes into the door.
All right, we'll follow behind, I guess.
Yep, follow along.
Let's go.
As we follow, I'm just going to lean into Zedek.
Zedek, do tangerines have head, or did I just ruin my metaphor?
I gotta test her.
Yeah, she walks in, and you find yourselves in a large square room that has 3 doors. 4 doors. One that you came in, and then one kind of central at each of the cardinal points. The door opposite where you've entered, and then the 2 on the sides all appear to be cells, which are completely sealed. McLeod walks up to the cogitator unit at the furthest cell and begins keying in on the term.
I'm doing this mainly because I want to make sure she's not going to screw us over and that she wasn't just lying to me.
Beep. She begins pressing on the console. Strange.
Mm-hmm.
The door you entered in has this pneumatic seal sound.
Ah,
I see.
I'm trying. It's and then the doors at the side begin to cycle open.
Uh-huh.
And as they do, they pop open, both doors, and out come several, perhaps maybe a dozen in each of the side doors of those prisoners, walking out with, again, just different types of equipment, some with pipes, some with impromptu shivs, and they're all sort of got these smiling faces as they come out. And McLeod turns and raises up her shock malt. Back to yourselves.
McLeod, I believe we have just been found out.
This is the roll? The roll?
No, we're not a fast food joint. Go around.
Hey, Judge, what's the deal? You loosened a bunch of prisoners on us? Very uncool.
With the fuckery, and you have my jewels. The row needs its jewels back, or else the row can't be the row.
The fuck you mean, Jules?
My family jewels. The fucker took them. He asked to see them, and I showed them to him.
Hey.
I thought the row needs his jewels.
If he took them, why do you think we have them?
I have them.
The fucker, if you'll tell me where he is, you'll find out. He'll come for you.
Violation of subsection 270,000C of the Adaptus Mechanicus and Arbitus Law Lex manuals. If you continue with disrupting this activity, you will never be the law, jewels or no.
I am the law. I am the law.
I don't think that had the intended effect you wanted it to, Pie.
You're right.
I'm just going to grab
Yes.
And all of these prisoners start rushing towards you. Combat time. We're not using a map for this. Who would like to
are we
go
doing
first?
combat at this hour?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Arbitrator, I hope your swinging arm is as up to snuff as the rest of you is.
She Dark Souls switches to dual hand spec with them all.
the Drang twin hammers.
Yeah. And there's a nod. And she puts her helmet back on at the same time. But seriously, who of you would like to go first?
I got one question for you.
Yeah.
Where is Chungus?
He's not here. It's just a bunch. He's further, you saw him outside on your way here. There's no Chunkus here. There is literally just a bunch of prisoners with shivs and pipes.
If he were to come up, is there a flight of stairs coming from down?
No. Basically, you are in a room that connects to 3 prison cells, and 2 of the cells have opened to reveal just a whole bunch of random. The only exit out of here is the way you came, which is now pneumatically sealed behind you.
I see. In that case, I am just going to go where the fighting is thickest, and I am going to start swinging.
So you're going to go first and just rush?
Unless anyone else has something they'd like to do.
I was gonna just do telekinetic dome, but if you want to go and if you want to go in the mosh pit, be my guest.
Yeah, I figure that I'll draw aggro.
Just be the blender.
Yeah, so I am going to charge. And is this a horde, or am I going to perhaps?
This is a mob. So you could just make your attacks normally here.
Okay, cool. So no multi-attack or anything.
No, you don't have to. You just rush in and.
I am going to take my sword. For Lemioria, Rohekta, you will be released.
And I will charge, and I'm going to attack them.
Okay. He's going to start spinning.
I'll try spinning.
I'll try spinning. That is a good trick.
Okay.
Make sure the dice will roll. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh.
You rolled so much that there wasn't enough room on the thing.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm going to use a wrath here.
Okay, use a wrath. You have no wrath left.
I know.
Actually, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, chat fucked you on this one.
Yes.
So
really?
Specifically, now to explain on how this works, because the person who did it probably had a false expectation. When you donate for a player to complicate, you donate for them to just complicate. The custom complications happen through the Patreon folks, so you can't donate and say they must do exactly this now. That's not how that works. We do it just so you can you force them to complicate no matter what, so then we can pull from our pool, because that starts complicating stuff, because the people then start making a complication which is absolutely not going to work, and we don't want to.
Someone decided to make me complicate.
Yes.
Yeah, so you complicated, so if we have something on our docket, or we roll for it.
I've got some good news though.
What's that?
I need to double check this, but
my sword is now master-crafted.
Yes, that means it's reliable, which means that this overrides it. So wrecked.
Fuck. Well, it was worth a shot. Thanks, Zedek.
Yeah, sorry.
Shout out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Zoran, do you want to shout that out, or are we?
Yeah. So you rush forward with an 8. You're gonna hit. The complication is going to happen, but roll damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna also just use my wrath because I already did it. 13 assists. I'll be shifting 3 dice.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you cleave through like 6 of these, like just whoosh.
We're just waiting for the damage to load.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very good. In fact, no, that'll be 8 of them. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So you just tear through them, and as you do, you find that actually just roll me 2d6. We're gonna use a complication here.
Very good.
I don't have a good one immediately offhand for this.
Let us see my fate.
I almost rolled 2d67.
67.
Yeah, 25.
A 25, good, sorry, and roll 20 has just crashed on me, so I'm quickly loading back in.
You love it when roll 20 crashes, because when roll 20 crashes,
here we go.
That means you died.
Okay, cool. Your power sword, after slicing through all of these, sparks slightly.
Is it gonna break again?
But it seems to be holding. But there seems to be a spark, and your hand sort of like locks in place as you feel your entire arm that's holding onto it is basically locked in place.
It's must swing an arm.
And then several of the prisoners they decide to come straight at you, descending in a horde of various weapons. Let's see.
That's Oh, that's
nice. That's a 9 on a complication. Sweet.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
10. Oh, yay!
So I'll only do 12 damage to you with that.
Right, so that's going to be 3 that goes through, and I will make my determination.
And remember, yep, yours is Skitarii, so you get +2 to that.
Eat. I will now. Okay. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let us roll.
I believe as they start like coming at you and just like smashing you with pipes and like shivs and other things. Yeah, ting, and you feel your armor is like getting these dents in it, and yes,
clang. I'll take 3 shock, and then I'm going to attack with counterattack.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That.
Out.
12.
And you didn't complicate.
Did I hit?
No.
Well, we're gonna use that as someone kindly donated.
Okay.
I really like how you.
Oh my god!
Incredible.
That'll hit. No shifting. Wow. I'm not even going to apply an additional penalty because your hand is messed up. Because that's the universe already hates you. You managed to like tear down the other 2 on that side of the room. And
I am at this point using my actual arm that's working to more wield my arm that's frozen.
Oh,
so
Lord.
I'm using my left hand to use my right hand to hold the sword and swing.
And at this point, to be clear, you've just like murdered like 12 people on that side of the room, just in this flurry of blows. Who would like to go next?
I suppose I can. I could do another swath of people if I don't set anyone on fire for it.
Yeah, you certainly can just like raise up your flamer and go.
So we're like in a catwalk area, right?
No, you're basically in a room now that connects to 3 more prisoners. You're in like an enclosed space.
Okay. Is there an arc that I can hit like a swath of people with that won't set anyone else on fire?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You just make the check and I'll tell you how many it's.
Look it up. Ballistic skill going out.
Sweet. The flame is on fire. So you'll be able to shift once. If you wanted to try to fish for more exalts, you can, which would let you get like if you got 1 more, you could hit 8 of them. Right now, you're at 6.
Well, I can't because remember, I've blown all my wrath.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, you just roll damage for me.
Whoosh, it's 11.
Yeah, that's fair. You torch 6 of them who all like scream as they're on fire and they like drop their weapons and claw at their faces and just clunk.
Is this really how you want to go down?
And then they make a resolve test, which they fail. And the remaining prisoners drop their weapons and like assume that like clearly like trained position of like arms behind their heads. Like okay. Yeah. Okay, this isn't what the row wants.
That's what's happening. That's all you get. I assume the rest of the prisoners are like stopping or what?
Yeah.
Now listen here, you lumbering lawman.
You start seeing this like visible foggy substance come out from the walls.
I cover my mouth with my beard.
Can I do a Medicaid check to see what the fuck is coming through?
Absolutely, you can.
I know I'm probably not going to be able to do anything about it, but I will get a 3.
It's some kind of just like absolute, like it's knockout gas. Like they're pumping in some kind of like debilitating gas into the room.
I make sure to let everyone know. All right, everyone, sit down. Sit down comfortably. Don't hit your head when you fall. And I'm just going to sit down on the ground, cross my arms frustratedly.
Lorn, you were trying to cover with your beard,
and it's highly ineffective.
And then like at this point, I believe everyone here collapses. Zedek, are you doing anything here?
I'm gonna follow Reeb's advice. I can't.
Just like, well, fine. Now, Pie Braine, I know you're just waiting to tell me you don't breathe, right?
I am.
So you see your companions all kind of like sit down dejectedly and then like fall on their sides. What are you doing?
Guys, this. I kick him.
Like McLaughton.
This sucks.
You think you're so special, don't you?
Who said that?
Yeah, I thought of everything because I'm the row.
I'm gonna go a stealth check.
You hear this like pneumatic sound above you, and you see the gas is starting to raise up. As the ceiling is separating.
I understand. This is now time for Rastoka protocols. My friends, I will return for you.
And I'm going to try to find a vent.
Give me an awareness test.
Yeah, sure.
You better do it.
I hope I do, yeah. All right, let me just check what my awareness even is. My awareness is not bad. I'm going to kindly donate 3 of our glory into this.
I'd used all of them if I were you.
That's a good point. All right, 4 into this pool.
Okay.
For awareness. And how we...
Nice 3 and a complication.
3 and a complication.
I'm gonna tell back if you want to re-roll.
I will.
Okay.
7 and a complication.
Here's the thing. I got the complication all ready for it because it's what's happening in the scene. You see a vent. You're not sure if it's going to be big enough for you. You're not sure. But the complication is why the ceiling is opening. Because the ceiling is opening to reveal something in a very small, like attic-like chamber above this area. And since we previously discussed Breaking Bad, the response that I'll give you for what's in there is magnets, bitch. As a giant magnet appears from the fissure in the ceiling, and you feel this attraction as weapons and various items are flying up towards it. Now, in order for you to beat the magnet, I'm gonna need you to give me a strength test.
You think I can't do it? You think?
I think that I sucked all your wrath and all your glory away before.
I think you did do it. All right. Okay, I have another idea to beat the magnet.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm gonna take my plasma gun. I'm
taking off my glasses in my house. I want you to know that. Carry on.
Overload it.
I'm rubbing my ear.
Then I'm going to overload it. Then I'm going to overload it and overcharge it on purpose for maximum disintegration. And then trying to throw it ahead of me.
Are you trying to kill us?
Yeah, everyone else is flying towards the magnet. They've all got metal on them. Are you murdering all of your allies with the portable sun?
I might not do that.
Here.
So, would you like to give me that strength test?
Yeah.
Fucking buy brain turns into fry brain in a matter of a second.
Braine, you were given a wrath die back.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Here we go.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be an 8. You're gonna need an 8. It's gonna be real tough.
I do not fear, for my ally is the Force.
Clearly not the magnetic force.
Well, you have a 4.
4, yes. Okay. All right. I need to. We gotta do this, man.
You have two.
Are you gonna have like a big narrative speech as you try to beg the chat for glory?
E-begging, is this what we're up to now?
I don't want to e-beg my way out of this.
Please roll the wrath then.
I will.
That's how we pay some of our bills now. We're all whores.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have 2 wrath back. Is that correct?
You have 2 wrath die now.
Yeah.
Narrative declaration. Can I make a shot with the overcharged plasma onto the magnet to try to reduce the difficulty?
Which we are attached to.
That's
So you're trying to aim at a part of the magnet that doesn't have any of your friends on it, while being pulled by said magnet, thus turning towards the magnet, while trying to get away from the magnet, and hit a part of it where your allies aren't, while overloading the plasma gun. Is that correct?
You made a really good argument here.
No. I'm all down for it. I think that's fucking hilarious. I just want to know what kind of difficulty number I need to give this.
Well, I is not much of a marksman. So
I like that.
What's this? Oh, you guys keep running out of ammo, you gun users. Excuse me, Mr. Plasma Gun.
no, I've got it.
Oh no.
I'm going to turn the plasma gun onto myself.
Oh, you're just gonna commit suicide. Okay.
You can't catch me when I'm dead, fuckers.
You think you've caught me in a narrative twist? You didn't expect this.
I'm gonna lean down. I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
At myself.
Why?
I'm going to use the recoil to launch me towards the vent and try to hold on to it.
You don't need to shoot it yourself to go towards the vent. You just need to shoot. You're shooting yourself towards the magnet.
If you shoot towards the point at which you're being sucked, you're gonna turn all of us into slime.
Okay, you make a good point. This is stupid. I'm just gonna reuse. I only have a lot of glory.
I was just about to say. Can I just say, like, all of this bullshitting, like, circular plasma gun logic has fulfilled your fucking hidden plan of refilling the glory pool for a strength test. You fuck.
So guess what?
Fucking filibuster. I don't need Mr. Smith Goes to Washington in my fun and pen and paper game. Now re-roll it again because that sucked.
You can re-roll the 5 dice or the 4 dice if you'd like with a wrath.
I can re-roll the 4 and the 2, so 6. Guys, chat, give me your energy.
This is a Final Fantasy prayer sequence. All right. Okay.
So to make sure before we get all together, you used all the glory, correct?
All the glory and the
was
wrath.
used. You just spent a wrath die. Your original strength roll was 4.
God.
You didn't have 4, 5, 6, and all
7,
the other fucking
8,
ones
9.
failed. And so now you re-rolled them, the ones that failed. So now there's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9 total. Thanks to chat.
Was there a complication in the wings? Please, someone tell me during that someone was like,
No one donated for him to complicate.
No, you don't have that complication.
Not on this one.
all right, so here's how I'm going to declare this, and this is what's going to happen. You are going to, this is so. Hi, Braine. You claw your way towards the vent. However, there's a few things that need to happen. First of all, you need to get it open, and that requires the plasma gun. So I will say you don't even have to roll the hit. You have to fire that plasma gun at the vent to get it open, to give you egress. And you managed to get your way in with this ridiculous skill check. And yes, chat, you did it. However, as you engage your rust-stocked protocols and enter into the like labyrinthine tunnels of the prison, the sort of locked arm you have gives way for a moment, completing the complication from earlier, and your power sword goes trailing behind you onto the magnet, as does the plasma gun, leaving you only with your pistol.
Oh, so we die.
But you get into the tunnels.
We get hit by a plasma gun and a power sword.
I will narratively declare that the power sword lands flat and doesn't murder any of you.
Yeah, just lands slightly into Zedek's backside.
You know what? It goes straight through McLawdoter because she was a nice, competent NPC, and we can't have any of those in this game.
Instantly kills her. You're welcome.
But all of our players now, well, 3 of them drugged and now on a giant magnet as Braine is scurrying through the tunnels is where we are going to end our episode.
Hooray! Excellent job.
Thanks for letting me subvert your fucking Final Fantasy.
Oh, no, like, to be fair, I was like, here's how, like, this is from my notes, like, okay, and then they'll fight these guys, and then there'll be gas, and like, here's what happens if Lorn tries to molten beam his way out, and they have a chance of doing that.
Lawdoter isn't dead, Chad. She isn't.
Yeah, Lawdoter is alive. Don't worry, that was a joke. But then I was like, and then what's going to happen is I'll gas them, and they'll all like fall unconscious. I didn't expect y'all to be so willing about that. Thanks for playing along. But then I was like, and that's when Braine, specifically Speaker D, will be like, well, actually, thirsty, and that's when I'll pull the magnet. So I really thought I would get you at the magnet, but the power of love in chat let you get into the vents and become basically the stalking murderer on this station, much like you are on the deck collector. I was not expecting that. I'll
Literally,
have to update
chat
my notes.
saved you and changed the story.
Literally,
Chat.
You created new monster.
I want to say thank you very much, Speaker D, for recreating the entirety of Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. So you could climb into a vent.
I just I want to thank first. I want to thank my mom and my dad.
My dad. All right, so let's start ending it out. First off, I'll just say a couple thank yous. First, thank you everybody who has showed up for the stream. Thank you all so very much. Thank you everyone who followed today. Thank you everyone who donated and subscribed and all that stuff. And we'd like to also give a friendly shout out to our friend Remy, who decided to raid us during the thing to get us over the 1,000 concurrent viewer thing. Although as much as timber it is, we still got through it. So I think we can do a giveaway at the end of the stream. We're not going to do it right this instant, but at our end point after our outro, we will be we'll be giving away some stuff here. So with that, everybody, I'd like to reintroduce to you for the amazing characters who have brought you this show as I bring up my thingamajig. Braine, Skitari, played by Speaker D.
Yes, hello. You can find me on Twitter at @SuperSnakeKick, which is the account I actually regularly update, and on YouTube on very rare occasions as Speaker D. And I want to thank you guys for letting me recreate the plot of Die Hard next session.
Reeb Van Horn hitting Braine with rocks, played by Earndil, who is our Inquisitorial Acolyte. There we go. There's a thing.
Yeah, I'm Earndil. You can reach me on Twitter at Earndilio because I make no content except for comedy posts relating to TTS and occasionally some other stuff. But yeah, follow me if you want. It'll be fun. Hit Speaker D with a rock.
Ow.
And I have been playing Lorn, who has been the sanctioned psyker. You can find me at basically you're watching my stuff right now. And next up we have Captain Zedek, our resident rogue trader, writer of Zedek, played by HulkyKrow.
Yeah, that's me. I'm HulkyKrow. You can really only find me on Twitter at HulkyKrow. I occasionally repost memes. I'll post hobby updates. You'll probably see me on a couple games for the next couple days because I'm doing some stuff for, I don't know, maybe a stream.
And the summoner of magnets, ruiner of worlds, killer of Braines, and the ruler of Dara, our game master, Thurston Hillman. Thank you again for another awesome episode.
Thank you guys. This was one of the funniest ones I think we've done yet. And I look forward to seeing what Doro has in store for you over our next episode. Teehee.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and start ending things here. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to say goodbye, then I will do the thing That's it, guys. There you go.
Terrific. Well, I knew we could count on you, Zoran.
Good pie.
Farewell, everyone. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream.